6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Golden Bear Nation, welcome to Golden Bear Stadium tonight for Homecoming 2023. Here a little bit early, going to bring you all the homecoming activity tonight, all the excitement, all the pep. And Derek and I noticed something early on. The Bears are in all purple.
All purple for the first time, at least I can remember in a long while. So I like the all purple look, clean, fresh. Hopefully it's a good night for the Bears.
A little bit of that. Bring them into the valley in the swamp after dark at LSU. It's kind of a nice thought. So welcome to the Oberlin Turnbull countdown to kickoff. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused. Chris Malinga had a chance to talk with Bryan head coach Grant Redhead, and you'll hear this after this timeout on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Nobody likes an awkward silence. You can actually use it for something good.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Chris Malinga alongside Coach Grant Redhead of the Bryan Golden Bears. And Coach, we knew Liberty was going to be a tough game, but that was real tough.
Yeah, you can't really dig a hole in turf and climb in it, so we had to endure it. But good team, and we didn't play well, and they beat the brakes off of us. So, that's what we deserved. When you don't play well, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Just a couple thoughts on that. Don't want to belabor the point because we were talking about that's one of those games you kind of just burn the film and go, you move on. You move on. But they have a really good line, probably the best in the league. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Liberty and PH are the two most physical teams, and Archibald's not far behind. So
yeah. Coach Mueller said before the game or after the game, they're a big play offense. We wanted to make sure we minimize their big plays and make them punt. And he basically executed that game plan pretty well against you guys.
Yeah, we didn't play well up front on the offensive line, and we have 4 new starters there and a lot of underclassmen, but it's no excuse. You're not a rookie in week 6.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate. Defensive line wise, same things. Those guys made plays in other games, and we had some trouble with some of our defensive tackles. They wouldn't shift when we needed to, and Liberty would trade and get us outnumbered. So it's not necessarily youth, it's just focus, and we've worked a lot on that this week.
Well, you guys have been the road warriors as of late, and so now you're at home for 2 weeks, and you're facing Evergreen. You're sitting at 3-3 on the season, 1-2 in the league. They're 2-4, 0-3. When you look at Evergreen, it's a team that has perennially been kind of down as of late, but they're still a good team. They're only scoring 13.3 points per game, so a difference from what you faced the last couple weeks.
Yeah, we've faced 2 of the top offenses in our league and in the area, and now they're struggling. They lost their starting quarterback week 2, and they've had to move people around. So it is what it is. But I think that if we just play good, sound, fundamental football, we're a better football team than they are.
Let's talk about them offensively. You talked about their quarterback, Bryce Bolger, as their new quarterback took over in week 2. He's 56 for 103, 585 yards, 3 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. And then you've got Riley Dunbar, who's a pretty good-sized wide receiver for them with 23 receptions, 292 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I looked at the Dunbar kid, and he plays soccer. He dual sports. And he was standing literally right in front of my son, the goalie, the entire game. And it made it really challenging. But, he's lining up against Bryan's secondary. What do you look at for them to do offensively out of that?
Well, they're going to try and get him the ball with a series of wide receiver screens, and they'll take a few shots. The benefit for us is the quarterback, Bolger, has a hard time getting the ball downfield. Not saying we're great at it, but we're much more proficient in the passing game than they are. Their offensive line doesn't give a lot of time, and he's off the mark. The quarterback's off the mark quite a bit. So, if we get some pressure and get them a little rattled, we'll be all right. And we just can't let it, give them an easy score.
Are they looking to throw the ball all the time, run the ball? They
like to. It's about 50-50. It's as close as we've had with anybody we've played.
All right. Now, looking at the Golden Bears offensively, you've got guys that are at the top of the league, like Jace Kepler is tied for second in carries and fourth in rush yards, and Sam Harold is tied for second in rush touchdowns. So you guys are definitely top of the league with those two guys. What do you look to do against their defense?
Well, we're just going to play our game. They run a similar defense to what we do, and we're good against the 40, so we're going to use our RPOs and with the run-pass option and put the ball in Jace's hands and give him some good plays that he can run, pass, or hand off.
And we've seen a lot of that this year where it almost looks like he puts the ball right into Sam's belly and then pulls it out at the last second, able to go.
Yeah, it's
and
an
he's
option
executed
play.
That pretty well.
Yeah, that's one of our option plays, and we do it because they're both. It's a two-headed monster back there, and don't let them key on one guy alone.
Have you thought? What do you think of their special teams when you look at Evergreen?
I think we definitely win that section of the game. We're better. I know we spend a lot more time on it. They're not bad, but we're just our coverage teams and return teams get more yards.
When you look at the points you've allowed 44 points a game, and they're scoring 13 points a game. So hopefully something gives in the positive direction.
Yeah, the defense is really bothered me. That's my area of the ball. The same guys that you see perform, it's like they're resting on defense, and if they just wouldn't do it 2 or 3 series, then the game would be much different. It's just trying to get that through sophomore and juniors' heads that you got to play every play.
Yeah, absolutely. Also homecoming, and there's a lot of stuff going on this week that we've had in this school, and tomorrow we've got the big assembly and everything going on. And you've talked in the past about focusing, having your team focused and wanting them to have that focus. Does homecoming give a little distraction there with everything going on, or is it this team is still focused on beating Evergreen?
They're focused on beating Evergreen. I mean, it does take their attention away from their opponent a little bit, but I've learned over the years that no matter how much I try to get them zeroed in, they're kids.
Yep.
They have an attention span about that big.
Like a goldfish.
Yeah. So it's okay. It's what they do, and stressing over it and trying to force it into them doesn't work. So, you just tell them, hey, you got a game to play, and you need to get yourself mentally ready, and they have to do some part of it.
Right, exactly. And when we're talking homecoming, there is the queen and all that stuff, but there's a football game to be played. Like, that's why we're having the game.
Yeah, I tell them, your job is to win the game.
That's right.
You don't want to go to the dance as a loser.
That's absolutely. I like that. Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck against Evergreen.
Yes, thank you.
Coach Gray Redhead of the Bryan Golden Bears is going to take this time out, come back with more after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
to the school board and administration,
and everyone who played a role in this project.
We just want to say,
thank you!
Phase 2 of the Capital Improvement Project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington School property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium for tonight's game. Let's give a shout out to our sponsors as the coin flip is happening at the 35-yard line instead of midfield because the band's out there. A huge thanks to Andres O'Neill and Lowe, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, the Daniel Van Etta Agency, Fackler Monument, Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, Starks Plumbing and Heating, Veteran Services of Williams County, and the Jason Dietsch Automotive Services. Well, tonight, I'm old enough to remember. Not a lot of folks in the press box are old enough to remember that this tonight is going to be a little bit like the MASH movie, not necessarily the show, the Battle of the 4077 and the 325th EVAC Hospital, because both of these teams are absolutely banged up. Evergreen especially.
Yes, they are. I mean, so watching warm-ups, they're going to be missing Riley Dunbar tonight, leading receiver, senior, DB, playing both ways on an already, I'm going to say small in numbers football team, and that's going to be a huge loss for them. They got a couple other guys hurt. So we'll see what Evergreen's made of tonight and what challenge they pose to the Bears.
And they're playing a sophomore quarterback because their starting quarterback went down in week 2, had a great week 1. Went down on the 3rd play in week 2. They lost him last year to a shoulder injury. This year he went down to an ankle or a knee, and that puts us into, it's tough. We saw last week as we panned the sideline at Liberty Center. Center had 70 kids.
Mm-hmm.
You can afford to lose a player then, but when you're 35 or 40 like these two teams, one injury goes a long way.
I'll say depth is huge over the course of a 10-game football season, and to have that depth is key. So at this point in the season, you are obviously trying to stay healthy, and the guys that have gotten injured, you're trying to plug and play at this point.
One of the other things that we look at is one of their big surprises this year is J.J. Johnson came in to fall camp, not a starter. And that old saying that Nick Saban and other college coaches have said is that give us a reason to play you. Make us not play you. And that's what he did. He came in as a non-starter, showed up in the summer, did all the work in the weight room. Fall camp comes around and suddenly, boom, 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 he's up starting, and he leads the team in tackles.
Yep, and that's exactly what you want out of those guys. Like you said, give us a reason to play you, and he stepped up big for Evergreen.
What we're going to see from this Evergreen team tonight, they're going to run a spread. Looks very similar to what Bryan runs. They're led in rushing by Max Mossing. He's got 248 yards on 56 carries on the year. Bryce Bolger, their quarterback, 585 yards, 56 for 103, has 3 TDs and 4 interceptions. And like you said, their leading big play receiver, Riley Dunbar's done. 292 yards coming in. They're going to have to rely on Colton Robertson. 24 catches on the year, but everything's kind of short, only less than 200 yards.
Yeah, and it'll be very interesting to see how this Evergreen Vikings team attacks Bryan tonight. Are they going to go with obviously they're a spread team, but are they going to slow the game down and make it a possession-for-possession type game? Are they going to try to get in a shootout with us? It will be very interesting to see what strategy they take there, and do they attack us more through the air with their leading receiver down, or do they lean more on their ground game to get things done?
It's going to be the challenge, and the real question tonight for the Golden Bears, you got to bounce back and get your brakes beat on.
You do.
You got to bounce back. So we're going to take a break, and we will come right back with our homecoming festivities here from Golden Bear Stadium. You're on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
The Fountain City Amphitheater provides opportunities for families and friends to have fun at many different events. After winning Season 21 of The Voice on Team Kelly, Girl Named Tom recently performed a free concert on the AMP's incredible outdoor stage, thanks to numerous corporate and family sponsors.
With a 5-tier sponsorship opportunity, you can help support this project and all that is to come. Sponsorships promote brand exposure and include unique bonuses with each tier.
To learn more about how you can help provide quality programming at the AMP, visit cityofbryan.com/FC Amphitheater.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. Tonight, let's take a look at your game officials. Tonight, sponsored by Tri-State Vision Center. Tri-State Vision Center, serving the area since 1977. Contact us at either our Bryan or Montpelier offices for all your eye care needs. Tonight's officiating crew, our referee is Chris Steiner. Umpire, Stephen Hyder. Melvin Daniels will be our linesman. The line judge is Dave Spees. And Troy Zimkovich is our back judge. Going to be, hopefully, not a real busy night for those guys tonight.
Let's hope not. Yeah, let's keep the officials out of it. Hopefully, it's not too busy for them out there.
So our coin toss happened while I was rambling. So what did we get for coin toss tonight?
Yeah, so Evergreen won the toss and they deferred their option to the second half. So Bryan will get the ball to start, get their offense out on the field, and I think that's a good start. When I say a good start for the Bears, you want to play with the lead and start out ahead.
I like that. Our strength for the team is the offense, so let's let the offense go first. It's homecoming time. Let's send it down to the field for our homecoming festivities.
Honor and pleasure to be here. Tonight, our Golden Bears will be competing against the Evergreen Vikings. Thank you to all the fans for coming out and supporting our team as we end our homecoming celebrations.
Instead of a float competition this year, BHS students designed backdrops to represent each class's school spirit. As part of the students here at BHS, we would like to say thank you to Mr. Eichhoff for building the backdrops to help make this new tradition possible. Now, for the results of the 2023 Homecoming Backdrop Competition. Coming in 4th place is the freshman class of 2027. Coming in 3rd place is the class of 2025. Coming in 2nd place is the sophomore class of 2026. The winner of the 2023 Backdrop Contest is the senior class of 2024. Thanks to all the classes and thank you to everyone who participated in backdrop designing.
To hype up the school for the assembly, football game, and dance, students held lots of fun events and activities. On Monday, the students woke up ready for school, dressed in their pajamas. On Tuesday, the students showed their support for their favorite sports teams by wearing their favorite jerseys. Wednesday was a little wacky with the students wearing mismatched outfits. Thursday, we showed up dressed in our favorite holiday attire, and on Friday, we prepared to take down Evergreen by dressing in purple and gold. At the end of the day on Friday, the students participated in several exciting activities during the assembly, such as musical chairs, dodgeball, tic-tac-toe relay, and real-life Hungry Hungry Hippos. This year, we added some new games, such as a cornhole tournament, punt, pass, and kick to our Wednesday game night. All of the classes fought hard, but in the end, the class of 2024 emerged as the winner of the Homecoming Week competition. Congratulations to all the classes. Now for what you've all been waiting for, our homecoming queen and her court.
First in line for your 2023 homecoming court is freshman Nadia Moore. Her parents are JC and Beth Moore. Nadia is involved in dance and is on the swim team. She also takes choir as a class here at BHS. In their summertime, Nadia helps coach younger swimmers on the swim team and helps with various activities in her church. In her free time, she enjoys baking and watching movies. She would like to personally thank her family, friends, and the class of 2027. When asked if she could be any animal, Nadia said she would be a koala because she is compassionate and can work well independently or with others. Her favorite ice cream flavor is cookie dough, and Nadia's favorite part of homecoming week is the assembly and dress-up days. Nadia's escort tonight is Carter Thiel. He is the son of Callie and Colby Thiel. Carter is on the boys soccer team here at BHS. In the community, he is involved in his church, and in his free time, he enjoys hanging out with friends and hunting. When he was asked if he could be any animal, what would he be? He said a fox because they are very intelligent and playful. Carter's favorite ice cream flavor is orange sherbet, and his favorite part of homecoming week is the football game.
Next, I would like to introduce you the sophomore attendant, Jasmine Jones. Jasmine's parents are Xaviera and Dustin Smith and Jermaine Jones. She is an outgoing student who participates in band, theater, and VCT. She also is involved in her church. In her free time, she enjoys singing. When asked out of all the animals which animal she would be, Jasmine replied with, a dog because they are cute and don't have to do anything but be cute. Her favorite ice cream flavor is butter pecan. She said that her favorite part of homecoming week is the football game. Tonight, Jasmine would like to thank her God, her parents, and her family. This evening, Jasmine's escort is Charles Parks V. He is the son of Charles Parks IV and Erica Parks. In his free time, he enjoys working on cars and playing video games. When asked what animal he would be, he replied with a dog because he could relax and chill all day. When asked what his favorite ice cream flavor is, he replied with vanilla. Tonight, he would like to thank Jasmine Jones. This is your 2023 sophomore attendant, Jasmine Jones, with her escort, Charles Parks.
Bryan's High School junior attendant is Jocelyn Mogel. Jocelyn is the daughter of Martha Sanchez and Hugo Mogel. Jocelyn participates in the theater crew and likes to spend her free time painting and drawing. She would like to thank her mother and father and the entire junior class for this opportunity. When asked what animal she would be, she said she would be a sheep because they are very cute and calm. Jocelyn's favorite part of homecoming week is dressing up in a different theme each day of the week. Jocelyn's escort is Aiden Moore. Aiden is the son of Beth and JC Moore. He participates in the high school and summer swim teams and is an active member at his church. If Aiden could be any animal, he says he would be a gorilla because they have nice smiles and are awesome. His favorite part of homecoming week is that the teachers give less homework.
The senior attendant is Miss Tabitha Taylor. Her parents are Jeffrey and Amy Taylor. Tabitha is involved in soccer, softball, and she is a member of Student Council, Interact Club, NHS, and FCA. After high school, Tabitha plans to study nutrition at a four-year university to become a dietitian. In Tabitha's free time, she loves to play guitar and sing. If Tabitha was asked the question what animal she would be if she could, she would say a dolphin so she could swim and meet with other creatures. Tabitha's favorite ice cream flavor is cookies and cream. In the community, Tabitha attends youth group and coaches rec soccer. Tabitha's favorite part about homecoming week is the homecoming assembly in general, but especially watching the lip sync battles. Tabitha would like to personally thank her parents for supporting her in all her sports she's done. Tonight, Tabitha's escort is Cole Uran. His parents are Matt and Kylie Uran. In school, Cole participates in baseball. Outside of school, Cole participates in 4-H and shows livestock. After graduation, Cole plans to attend the Ohio State University. Cole's favorite ice cream flavor is mint ice cream. If Cole was asked what animal he would be if he had the choice, he would say a dog because they're always happy. Cole's favorite part about homecoming is the football game. It is my great honor to introduce to all of you the 2023 Bryan High School Homecoming Queen, Molly Hess. Molly is the daughter of Stephen and Mindy Hess. Tonight she is being escorted by Eli Schlade. Molly is involved in tennis, basketball, track, and National Honor Society. In the community, she is involved in her church and the Awakening community. Outside of school, Molly enjoys spending time with her friends, playing tennis, and playing cards. Molly would like to thank her family and her class. After graduating, Molly plans to go to Trine University to pursue physical therapy and play tennis. When asked if she could be any animal, what would she be? She said a giraffe, so she could be tall. Her favorite ice cream flavor is cookies and cream, and her favorite part of homecoming week is game night. Molly's escort this evening is Eli Schlade. He is the son of Josh and Carrie Schlade. Eli plays golf and tennis and is a part of the choir here at BHS. In the community, he is involved in his church's youth group, and in his spare time, he likes to play golf and tennis. Eli would like to thank Molly for asking him to be her escort tonight. After graduating, he plans on attending college to become a minister. When Eli was asked if he could be any animal, what would he be? He said a fish because he thinks the ocean is cool. Eli's favorite ice cream flavor is vanilla, and his favorite part of homecoming week is the football game. Presenting our queen with her crown this year is former queen Miss Calla Lucas.
Hello, and thank you for joining us tonight in supporting the Bryan Golden Bears. I want to thank my peers for this great opportunity. I am truly honored to be chosen as a 2023 Bryan Homecoming Queen. I would also like to congratulate the other attendants that were chosen by their classmates as well. The court this year is filled with a diverse group of people with a variety of interests. Some of these different interests include music, theater, athletics, student government, church, and community involvement. We all may be different in our own ways, but in many ways we are the same. The students in each class chose the young ladies that they felt best represented the student body, and I am honored to be on this court with so many bright and kind young women. I am thankful to be a part of the class of 2024. I look forward to seeing what everyone accomplishes throughout our senior year. This busy week has been filled with many dress-up days, competitions, and smiles. We took a chance and broke away from tradition by trading in the class floats for photo backdrops, a decision that proved successful by each class's creation. We also grew our traditional bonfire to include students from all grades, and a fun night for everyone. Homecoming week makes it a joy to be a student here at BHS. Our student and our communities show time and time again how, when we come together for a common goal, we can achieve anything. That commitment and success demonstrates just how wonderful Bryan is and how proud we all should be. Thank you to my classmates for choosing me to represent you. Thank you to the teachers and staff at Bryan City Schools who dedicate so much time and effort to the students. Thank you to the administration for providing us with the opportunities to come together as a student body. And thank you to the Bryan community for your continued support at BCS. And most importantly, best of luck to the football team tonight. Go Bears! Bryan High School's football captains, Drew Hahn and Jace Kepler, will present Molly with their traditional commemorative coin donated by Bill's Locker Room. Molly will wish our captains and the football team good luck with the fist bump.
Once again, we would like to thank everyone who helped make this year's homecoming a great success. On behalf of all the students of Bryan High School, I would like to thank our superintendent, Mr. Rary, and principal, Mr. Oswald, for approving Spirit Week, arranging the assembly, and organizing the homecoming festivities on Wednesday night. The teachers who helped judge various events, the class officers, student council, cheerleaders, football players, fans, returning alumni, and the community of Bryan. A special thank you goes out to Coach Redhead, Mrs. Brown, and Miss McQuillan. Molly, congratulations to you and your court. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Go Bears!
Homecoming, homecoming, homecoming. What a night for homecoming. Queen's been crowned. Good luck just for one of our players. It's a good
Absolutely.
night.
Yeah, no, it's a great night. And now here's the thing. If you're the Bryan Golden Bears football team, you have all the noise of tonight, the distractions this week. What team's going to show up tonight? You had a couple rough weeks. You had a tough loss against losing. Really feeling like we should have won that game. I hate to say, getting the break speed off you last week. Okay.
Now, Coach Redhead had said it, so we can say it too.
Flush last week. You got a 4-game season ahead of you. Okay. You're 3-3 heading in. You got a 4-game season. What are you going to make of it from here? And so, big thing tonight is flush the distractions, come out ready to go, and that's going to be the key for the Golden Bears tonight.
And for the Bears coming into this one, even with a loss last week, we're still 11 in D4 Region 14. The bottom line is, if you come to 4 games left in the season, you control your playoff destiny. You have every opportunity to make the playoffs. A little easier now with 16 instead of 8. But at the same time, you've got an opportunity, if you play good football from here on out, you can get yourself a home game. And what a cool thing that would be with all the renovations to the stadium to get a home game to start out your playoff season.
Oh, it'd be awesome. And that's the thing. You're looking at, over the next 4 games, you're looking at, okay, if you go 2-2, you got a shot to, you may get in, you may not. You go 3-1, you may even have an opportunity for a home game, and that's huge. And so, yeah, you don't want to get caught looking ahead, but tonight is that, I'm going to say, first step in this 4-game stretch, with 3 of 4 of those being at home, to start building towards that.
And tonight the Bears are going to want to get Sam Harold on track. Lost his league rushing lead last week. Going to want to get on track. So let's take a look at what our keys to the game are for tonight for both of these clubs. Let's take a start with, what do you think Bryan needs to do tonight?
For Bryan, the first thing is get your own O-line play back, okay? We're not a big O-line. We're not, going to be necessarily a power run team, right? But we get to the edges well, reach block, get your O-line, hat on a hat, pass pro, give Kepler time, and you have to out wide then if they're going to load the box and things like that, which I expect out of Evergreen tonight. You got to win your one-on-one matchups. So, and giving Kepler time to throw, to win those one-on-one matchups outside, that's going to be huge for the Bears. And on defense, you have to get back to basics. You gave up 63 last week, okay, and we're giving up 42 for the year. This is a good opportunity to start building some confidence against a team that's averaging 13 on offense. Okay, so good opportunity to build some confidence and heading into the last 4 games here of the season. And then we gotta feed Sam Harold. Give him the football early, often, and let him wear on that defense for the Evergreen Vikings.
He's a punishing runner late in the game, but you got to get him his touches early, so that he can get that started. Taking a look at the Vikings tonight, come in. They've got to do what everybody sets out to do. They need to disrupt Bryan's offense. Liberty Center, Van Wert early, but first game stuff is really hard to judge. Liberty Center last week was the first team that really looked at the Bryan offense and said, we're going to play you play for play, and we're going to disrupt your offense. Evergreen needs to do that tonight. A little different. One of the things that I've noticed through the season, we struggle a little more with 3-man fronts than 4-man fronts. Evergreen plays a traditional 4-2-5, so it's going to look like a mirror for Bryan. The other thing they're going to need to do is they want to stay out of a track meet. This is a team that's scoring 13 points a year. They do not want to get into a 35-32 game. That's not going to go well for them. And the way to do that is to go back to point one and disrupt Bryan's offense. The other thing is they need to get the offense moving. They're 2-4 on the season, 17 total points in their 4 losses. So if they don't score, it's not a good night. This isn't a team that's going to come out and get a 10-7 win. They need to score. They need to be in the 30s, but they need to find a way to disrupt the Golden Bear offense and doing that. And that's a big ask. When your team comes in injured as they are, that's a really big ask to come in and do both of those things.
It's really tough. Like you said, looking at their 2 wins this year, 30-plus in both games. Again, like you said, 17 total points. So you get 30-plus in each of your 2 wins and then 17 total points in the other 4. So like you said, that's going to be the key tonight is can Evergreen move the football on this Bears defense? And if they don't, I think unfortunately it's going to be a long night for Evergreen.
We'll take a minute and take a look at the starters for Evergreen, and then we'll come back with the starters for the Golden Bears. Starting across the Evergreen offensive line will be Robert Pennington, Joey Okos, Justin Burkhardt, Isaiah Pasco, and Grant Richardson. Their quarterback is Bryce Boger, running back Max Mossing, who will also do their punting for them. Jesse Spradlin is one receiver. Lane Vance is their H-back. Colton Robertson is their Y. Not sure who's going to start at the Z with Riley Dunbar.
We shall see.
On the defensive side of the ball, their tackles are Joey Okos and Robert Pennington. Lane Vance and Grant Richardson take the end. Trevor Johnson and J.J. Johnson, the Johnson boys at linebacker. Their defensive backfield, Colton Robertson, Jesse Spradlin, Quentin Eisel, Will Ruitz. Not sure again who that 5th DB is going to be for them. Golden Bears are coming onto the field. We've got about 4 minutes until kickoff. We'll take a break for 30 seconds, and we'll be right back with the Golden Bears starting lineup.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knurk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Welcome back to Golden Bear Stadium. It looks like we may hold off for a second on that Bryan lineup, as it looks like it's about time for tonight's national anthem. Our national anthem by the Golden Bear Band is sponsored by Veteran Services of Williams County. It's always nice. Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the north. It's always nice to see the alumni band wander out and take their place inside the regular band. It's always good to see the youngsters come out, but it's really cool to see the alumni band come out.
Absolutely.
We live in a country with freedoms like no other.
It's time for our national anthem.
Marching band, our alumni band, the athletes, and coaches, as we honor our great country with the singing and playing of our national anthem, conducted this evening by retired BHS band director, Mr. Terry Krause.
a performance by the band and the alumni band. Taking a look at our starting lineups for your Golden Bears tonight. Sponsored by Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrications. Call Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrications for all your mechanical piping needs at 419-519-3111. We'll take a look first at the Bryan offense. Starting from left to right on the offensive line, we've got the two Edner boys. Been solid on that left side of the line all year. Ritter Clemens at center, Spizak and Hogan are out on the right-hand side. Your quarterback is going to be Jace Kepler, Sam Harold is his running back, Carter Dominique, Anthony Weber, Drew Hahn, and Kevin Jessing are your starting receivers. One of the good news that we saw tonight is it does look like Maddox Langendorfer dressed tonight. That's a big get.
That's big for the Bears. Good to have him back. We'll see how effective he can be in his return tonight.
We'll have to take a look on the defensive side of the ball because I noticed that Jaden Dennis wasn't dressed tonight. With that broken hand, he's been like one game off, one game on, one game off. You know, the hope is for a player like him and for Maddox, you don't have to use him much tonight. It'd be nice to be able to get a couple of games where we're not holding our breath in the fourth quarter. So we can get some guys rest, we can get a couple of wins, and we get them ready for those two big games to end the season.
Absolutely, and that's the key right there, right? You got two very, obviously the next four games are obviously all winnable, but you got two maybe that are a little bit more, that you feel a little more confident about than the other two, and getting guys healthy over the next 2 weeks will be really big, heading into those two big ones against Wauseon and Archbold to finish here.
These next 2 weeks, let's be really honest, I think that if we're looking at both teams bringing their A games, both of these games should be 3-4 touchdown games.
Correct.
The last two games, you bring your A game, and you're going to be in a fight to the end.
Yep.
The Golden Bears ready to receive, looking back deep. That's Cade Carlin, and it looks like Drew Hahn back deep to receive. It'll be Hahn taking the kick at the 15, coming our way. Going east and west, needs to go north and south, tries to turn it up, gets out over the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Not a bad game, not a bad return. I'd like to see a little bit more upfield. Will Roots made the tackle forward.
Yeah, a little more north and south there is good, but he outran the Evergreen, not completely outran the Evergreen kickoff team there, but was able to get it up a little bit for a nice game, get it out over the 25-yard line there.
I'm looking out there to try to see who that last defensive back is for Evergreen. Looks like the one guy we don't have on our roster is number 11, Luke Woodring, a freshman. Kepler, two backs in the backfield with him, and the first handoff goes to Sam. Breaks for up to about the 30-yard line.
And that's a matchup right there. You know, as a freshman out there, that's a matchup I'm circling if I'm the Bears. I'm going to attack that early and often and test him to see what he's made of out there.
I'm taking a look out there, and he is out on the left-hand side playing cornerback. Not sure if he's going to be field and boundary, but right now he's got Kevin Jessing on him. I'd be looking that way. Hahn coming in motion. They're going to give it to him. Has Sam out in front of him. Breaks, gets outside the numbers. Going to be enough for a Golden Bear first down. Nice jet sweep.
Absolutely. And again, you know, we've kind of talked about it all year. You know, we can run up the middle. We got to, when I say keep teams honest, keep teams in the box, but really being able to get outside there, that's a good game there.
Bryan going no huddle, looking to the sideline to get the play in. Two backs again. One receiver to the boundary side, two to the field side. Looks like they are going to leave Woodring out here on this side, looking to Jessing, playing a little bit of zone. Jace takes off out of the pocket. Flag comes in the neighborhood of a hold.
On the stop for Evergreen, number 40, Lane Fans. Quarterback keeper by number
yeah, that was pretty good coverage there by the Evergreen Vikings. You know, they got good pressure, able to flush Jace from the pocket, and then have a holding call on top of it.
Taking a look at tonight's weather, it's perfect. Our Q96.5 pregame weather powered by weatherology.com. 70 degrees, no wind.
You can't ask for much better. Can't ask for much better weather for a Friday night football game.
That's going to back the Bears up, make it first down and 20. The ball back on the 29-yard line. Only one back there. It's going to be Sam next to Jace on the right-hand side. Three receivers this way. Jace is rolling this way. Sam gets a block, throws downfield, caught by Gavin Jessing. Out enough close to a first down. He pointed to a first down, not sure if they're going to quite give it to him.
So it looks like he's going to be about two yards short, but a good route there by Jessing, you know, against the freshman there. Yeah, 11's a freshman, correct.
And one would think that you played football before because you said we're going to pick on the freshmen. First pass they do, they go pick on the freshmen.
Absolutely.
Going to be Sam taking it out over the left side, spins upfield inside Evergreen territory, inside the 45 to about the 44. One of the things we're seeing is we're getting Sam on the edge, which we haven't really been able to do for 2 weeks.
Right, yep. And again, early and often, get to that edge and let him run in space.
If they get to the edge late in the game, they can run him up the middle. If they can't get the edge, that puts us in a bind late in the game.
Absolutely.
2 receivers each way this time for Kepler. Puts it into Sam's belly. He keeps it, pulls it out, goes inside the 41. They're going to mark him down at about right at the 41.
And I like that action there on the replay. You're pulling the guards the opposite way and then run. You pull the guards one way, run the opposite way. Nice little play there to get a gain of 3 or 4 yards.
Trying to keep inside the schedule. 3 yards on a cloud of dust. The last time I checked, that's 4 plays first down.
Absolutely.
Empty backfield this time. 3 this way. That was a Wildcat.
Yeah,
first time we've seen that all year.
Giving him a different look. I like that. Let's Sammy just get the snap and run downhill.
And doing that the way Bryan does it there is it makes teams think because they don't run Jace off. So now they've got to think, is this going to be a double pass? What is this going to be?
Correct.
Don't be surprised if we don't see something like that before the day's over. This is going to be Sam, stiff arm, breaks out of one tackle, breaks out of another. It's going to put him down at about the 37-yard line. Going to be 4th and 3. And no man's land.
I fully expect the Bears to go over this here. You're in plus territory, 4th and 3. You think you trust your offense. Hey, this is not a huge field position thing. Go out and get this first down.
This is one look for Jace to do what he's done all year long. I'm not sure in today's day and age. All of the Bryan games, you can go to YouTube and watch them. You don't have to get film. You know that once or twice a game in this situation, he's going to go hard count.
Well, and that's, if you're Evergreen, 4th and 3, okay, in plus territory, you're likely going to get a hard count and look to the sideline. And that's exactly what they're trying to do, and it's the guy over the ball that jumps.
Kepler back to pass, those on the flat. Nice catch that time by Drew Hahn.
I'd say that's not an easy catch. You're coming back to the quarterback, and you're stretching off to your left-hand side. Nice catch there by Drew Hahn to hang with that and make a nice play there.
Well, one of the things that we've seen with Drew early in the year was he had a few drops, especially on those bubble screens. That was a really difficult catch going away from your body and your momentum. But enough for another Golden Bear first down. Our main stops of Northwest Ohio scoreboard, clock running at 8:15. No score, the Golden Bears on their first drive of the night. Adjusting this side, here comes, we've got motion, Weber in motion. Going to be Sam coming this way, outside the numbers, turns it upfield. Going to be drug out of bounds after a short gain. They're going to give him about 4 on the play.
Johnson. On the K for Bryan, number 6, Sam Harrell.
Sam, we said you need to feed him early. He's getting his work on this first drive.
And again, that's going to pay dividends, I think, later on in this game, wearing down that Evergreen defense.
Got Weber and Jessing to the boundary side. That time is Kepler's in trouble and drugged down. That was a really nice read that time by Grant Richardson. He did not buy the fake.
That was textbook how you play the read option there. He played both guys, acted like he was going after Sam, and then takes Jace. Just a heck of a play there.
Going to break up 3rd down at about 12 after the big loss on that one. 3 receivers this way, and we get it again. Another hard count, another jump, this time by the other side of that Evergreen line.
And that's not even one that they're necessarily trying to get them with a hard count. They're kind of faking the count and then going to get a play from the sideline to see what the defense is in. And really right now, the defense has given us a lot of one high safety looks. They're playing man underneath and a free safety up over top. There should be openings, and again, winning those one-on-one battles outside.
And there's a lot more plays in the playbook for a 3rd and 7 than there are for a 3rd and 12.
Absolutely there are.
So it puts us back in range. Jace puts it in to Sam's belly, pulls it back out, and the ball comes loose, and it's going to look like recovered by Evergreen. Initial indication, waiting for the officials.
Fumble recovered by number 44, Trevor Johnson.
Trevor Johnson recovers that fumble. One of the few times this year we've seen Jace cough up the ball. Let's look at the Welling Construction replay. goes in, just tried to reach out and it came loose.
Yeah, just a little bit loose there with the football, carrying it a little bit loose, and Evergreen was right on it. And what I would say a great start for Evergreen. You get a couple, offsides penalties, you kind of the bend don't break, and you get a turnover and stop Bryan's offense to start the game.
And it's one of those things where it's a hustle play. He was trying to reach out to get that first down marker. The ball just popped out. Jacob Uran's going to be starting at that defensive end position. Going to be handoff up the middle is going to be Mossing. Kepler's got him, pulls him down, drags him down, throws him down. That looked like a two-point wrestling takedown.
Yeah. Yes, it did. He just kept spinning him around until he finally went down there.
It's a good thing for forward progress on that one because he was thrown down 5 yards behind the line, but he gets 3 on the carry. Going to give him 4, actually. Going to make it 2nd down and 6 to go. Ball on the 23. Bolger has 2 in the backfield behind him. Turns, gives it once again to Mossing. Mossing nowhere to go. Wrapped up, I believe that was Connor Hogan on the tackle.
On the stop for Bryan, number 54, Devin Egner.
Yeah,
Devin Egner got
I'll say Egner and both Hogan there. Great penetration by the D-line, and that's something we're going to have to keep up all night against this Evergreen front.
Makes it 3rd down and about 8 to go. Ball setting right on the 20-yard line. 6 minutes exactly to go here in the first quarter from Golden Bear Stadium. Traditional 4-3 look this time with Carter Dominic playing in at a linebacker position. Bolger's going to take off around the outside, get brought down for a loss.
And that's just great coverage downfield. Everyone was covered and allowed the D-line to get home there and stop him in the backfield for a sack. So I think that will go as a 2nd down for a 1-yard loss. So
1 yard loss.
44, Damian Wolf.
Wolf on the tackle. Kate Carlin back deep to receive this. I believe it's Alex Mossing. That both Mossings punt for that. This is Max Mossing. Both of them punt, low snap, scooped up, spiraling kick. Going to be a fair catch called for at the 46-yard line where the Golden Bears will take over 1st and 10. On this change of possession, let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back with Golden Bear football on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State. Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could have just asked me.
Welcome back. We missed the first play from scrimmage. Sam Harold up the middle for about 13. Going to move it into Evergreen territory at the 40. We were just talking during the timeout about chunk plays, and here we go.
With our first one, and that's what you need to continue to do, right? Chunk down the field. And yeah, you can still move it 3-4 yards right at a time. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but it gets a little more difficult when you're getting 10, 12 plays. So you start to make a little bit more mistakes after 10, 12, 15 plays. So a good run there by Sammy.
Wolf's going to get the carry this time. He's going to follow Sam right up the middle again. He's going to get close to 6.
And I like that we're feeding this run game early because you keep wearing down that defense. You lean on them, come 2nd quarter, 3rd quarter, 4th quarter, wear them down and really expose their depth or lack thereof.
And the old traditional way would be run, play action. For us, run, and then you get that read option, and where Jace can either give it, keep it, or throw it. Han comes in motion, going to put 2 receivers to the boundary side. Jace gets it, puts it into Wolf, wrapped up and brought down hard. Little left sweep, weak side sweep. Going to be a gain of, not giving him much, maybe about a half yard on the play.
Yeah, and I think here it's 3rd and 4. I think you got 2 downs to get these 4 yards.
Again, we're in that no-man zone. A punt's going to gain you 15 if it goes out of the end zone. You're looking at, we don't have a field goal kicker. There's not many high school field goal kickers. You're going to run out for 52.
Oh, heck no.
A little bit of a different formation this time again for the Golden Bears. Going to give it to Sam. He's going to spin his way for a 1st down. Haven't seen much of Sam being behind Jace. Kind of moved Jason to a little bit more of a pistol set that time.
Yeah, give him a different look. I really like that. And able to obviously get a nice gain there for the 1st down.
Nothing more than a little eye candy, but a little eye candy messes up all your film study.
Yes, it does.
Looking to the sideline for the play. Once again, Wolf and Harold in the backfield with Kepler. Got Carter Dominic split wide left. Gavin Jessing with Drew Hahn in the slot. Rolling too deep. Going to put it in. Play action fake. Jace has got time. Looks downfield. Going to be a nice defensive play that time. Will Roots, nice play to knock that one down.
Yeah, that was great defense, and actually initially he had him beat. Gets behind. You can see it on replay. Carter Dominic is actually open. If he hits him a little bit earlier, ball's just a tad underthrown, allows the DB to make the play there.
One of the tough things in high school that really good quarterbacks anticipate that open.
Yes.
That was one where you saw him open, and by the time you let go of it, it's already covered back up.
If you see him early, get rid of that and let him run underneath it. He's walking the end zone for a touchdown.
3 to this side. Kepler's going to roll this side. He's going to keep it. Gets out inside the 30 to about the 25-26, where he's going to be brought down. Nice tackle on that one. J.J. Johnson, that sophomore that we were talking about early that showed up in camp and suddenly became the leader of this defense.
Yeah, been showing his speed there, running kind of almost sideline to sideline. Really good job there by Evergreen to string that out. Good coverage downfield and make Jace run that ball.
And it's been one of those things that we haven't seen a lot of linebackers that spy on Jace. They normally stretch it out and wait for help. But we showed right there, JJ can keep up with them. 3 receivers to the right now, 1 to the left. The Golden Bears taking their time. This has been a fast first quarter. 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. No score on your main Stops of Northwest Ohio scoreboard. Weber in motion, put 2 receivers each way. Give it to Sam up the middle. Cuts back this side. Inside the 20, inside the 15. Dragging a defender to about the 10-yard line.
And I really like that play call there on 3rd down. Maybe 3rd and 7. Maybe Evergreen's thinking, they're going to pass the ball here. Maybe an obvious passing situation. I was going to say before we snapped it, this is a 2 place to get one, so I wouldn't mind a run there. And they go ahead with the run.
Going to give it to Harold again. This time he tries to cut the other way. He's going to get drugged down. Short loss on the play that time. Another nice play. This time it's Robert Pennington, their nose tackle.
I'll say it's something here early in this game that just noticing. Evergreen's getting a fairly good push up front. They're kind of, I want to say leaning on us a little bit, but they've gotten some good penetration on some of our run plays here early in the ball game.
Jace is going to roll this side, design quarterback run. Sam out in front of him. Jace cuts it back upfield, going to get to about the 5-6 yard line where he's going to get drugged down. Looks like Trevor Johnson on the tackle.
On the stop for Evergreen, number 44.
Yeah, and again, just a good job by the Evergreen defense to set the edge, string that out, and not really give Jace anywhere to go with the football.
Clock rolling at 1:13 to go in the first quarter on your main stop of Northwest Ohio scoreboard. 3rd down, goal to go for the Golden Bears at the 7-yard line. Sam to the right of Jace. Jace back in the pocket, has a little bit of time, looks on a slant. Pass complete. Carter Dominic, touchdown, Golden Bears. Nice move, nice little slant. Let's see if we have that on our Wellington construction replay. From up here, it looked like Dominic just got inside leverage. Beat his man to the inside.
Yep, that great goal line play there. It's a staple, 2 slants, flat, and great route there by Carter Dominic for the touchdown.
Kick is blocked. Snap looked good, hold looked good, but the kick was a little bit low and blocked. So 56 seconds to go in the first quarter from Golden Bear Stadium. Here at Bryan, Golden Bears 6, Evergreen nothing on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. Keeping an eye on stuff around the NWOAL. Early on, Archibald 21, Swanton nothing. Liberty Center 14, Patrick Henry nothing. Wassiana Delta no score. Big drive, nice response drive from the Bears. 54 yards.
And this is exactly what you wanted to see. Yeah, you would have liked to go down and score in the first possession of the game, but you had a sudden change. Okay, you had a turnover. Defense bowed up. Got to stop. Offense gets the balls back, goes down and scores. That's huge there for the Bears.
Bears got it lined up on the 40 for this kickoff. Back deep for Ooh, a knuckleball kick going to bound at the 15, take a couple of bounce, bobbled at the 10, picked up, brought around the left side. Going to be Colton Robertson on the return.
And that was nice coverage there by the Bears. The way that ball kind of bounced, I want to say the kick returner slow played it a little bit, gave the coverage time to get down there and make the play there and keep him right about the 20-yard line.
Well, here comes the problem of being a defensive end on the field and kick it off. Jacob Uran just had to run all the way back and pick up his tee. Looking like a little bit, almost like a 4-3. They got Cutter Dominic. He's playing officially a defensive back, but he's kind of playing in almost a rover position. If they go wide, he slips out. Here, he moves to that weak side on linebacker. Here he comes on the blitz, catches Mossing in the backfield. Nice play, nice read on that play, short gain.
Yep, great letting him come off the edge there and kind of make the play from behind. Came right around and made a nice play there from the backside.
Second down, 9 to go. Clock rolling at 30 seconds to go in the first quarter on your main stops of Northwest Ohio scoreboard. Your score, Bryan 6, Evergreen nothing.
I don't think we've seen a lot of that out of Carter this year. He's been kind of more walked up, and so to allow him to play that and guys, play differently, standing up versus a hand in the dirt.
Coming again, going to hand it to Mossing. He's going to come this way, nowhere to go, wrapped up and brought down quickly.
Yeah, that was great penetration there by
Rainer Clemens was all over that, yes. There's a little bit of freedom. Well, let's take a break. It's quarter break, end of the first here from Golden Bear Stadium. The score, your Bryan Golden Bears 6, Evergreen nothing on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family owned, family focused.
Quick first quarter here tonight. Starting the second, 6-0 Bryan. Third down and a ways to go. Third and officially 10. Ball is just outside the 20-yard line. Borger takes a snap back to pass. Four-man pressure. Flushes him out of the pocket. Wrapped up, brought down. Nice play once again, Rainer Clemens.
And again, that's good penetration, but also good coverage downfield. Everyone was covered, flushed it from the pocket, and Rainer Clemens was there to make the tackle.
One of the things we're seeing tonight has been one of the things that's been the bugaboo of the Golden Bears the last 2 weeks, where they don't have to blitz to get pressure. Mm-hmm. We're getting pressure with our front four. That changes the dynamic of the game.
And that's huge. You can get pressure with 4 and have 7 in coverage. That's absolutely huge. And that was a huge sack to even bump them back another 10 yards here on the punt.
Mossing with a low line drive punt, going to be taken by Carlin at the 45, dropped immediately. Nice coverage that time.
On return for Bryan, number 5,
Will Johnson.
Yeah, great coverage by Evergreen there, but the Bears will still start in plus territory here and have a short field.
Bryan heading out to the field. Looks like they're bringing the one-back set as I see Damian Wolf trotting off to the side.
This is where you got a one-on-one matchup at the top of the screen with Jessing and the freshman DB. I'd be looking at taking advantage of that matchup down the sideline.
And they've kind of walked their safeties up inside 10 yards. I may take a shot at that one. Instead, they throw the slant, and it's going to be knocked down. Lane Vance.
Yeah, that's a nice play there. If you can't get to the quarterback, what do they teach you? Get your hands up. And that's exactly what he did there and knocked that ball down.
Vance playing on that right edge for the Vikings. Second to go. trips to this side. You got one to the boundary side. Nice read by Kepler's going to keep it. He's got over the right side, inside the 30, down to the 25. Everybody on the line went for Sam. Jace saw it, pulled it back out, took off over the right-hand side.
And again, we've talked about this all year. That is two guys that have played together for a long time, that they're able to read that long, because that was in Sam's belly for a long time.
It was.
And if you don't have good meshes on that ball's ending up on the turf. And then again, it just goes back to their chemistry as quarterback and running back to be able to run that play effectively and keep it, in his belly that long and know, hey, he's gonna take it out, and then that ends up in a really nice gain for the Bears.
Going to be on the far hash, ball on the 24-yard line, first down 10, Golden Bears. One receiver to the boundary side, 3 to the field side. Kepler's going to keep it, take off over the left side, inside the 15. Going to be close to another Golden Bear first down. It is going to be a Golden Bear first down.
Yeah, and we'll see on replay here, everything was bottled up inside, and Kepler made just one nice move, cut out to the outside, and was able to get upfield for a nice gain there.
Tonight's Red Zone sponsored by Stockman Lawn Service. Once again, inside the Stockman Lawn Service Red Zone. Another good drive, good response by the Bears. Harold's going to pick his way, wrapped around the neck, spins out of the tackle, touchdown, Golden Bears. That was all heart right there.
That's just a tough run. Not going down first, contact, incredible run there by Sam Harold for the touchdown.
So here comes the question. Do you start chasing points now? Do you keep the offense out there and go for two? I see two fingers up. It looks like they're going for two.
I certainly think you do. You may need this later on, in the season. So, I want to say later on here, I'll see on.
Well, we've played a couple of teams that don't like to kick, and we've got to get in the 2 point. It's a good time to run it, practice it. Tight formation, 3 to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Jace is going to give it to Sam around the edge, trying to get to the pylon. He does get to the pylon. 2-point conversion is good. That makes your score with 10-14 to go in the first half. The Golden Bears 14, Evergreen nothing on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium, where your Bryan Golden Bears lead Evergreen 14-0, 10-14 to go in the first half. All heart on that touchdown run by Sam Harold that time.
Absolutely, just an incredible. We thought he was bottled up, tackled, and all of a sudden just comes out of nowhere, and he's still running, keeps the legs churning, and that's just a good hard run. And that we've seen it all year. He's one of the toughest runners and one of the toughest guys, at least in the area, to bring down on first contact, and you saw it right there on the touchdown.
Kickoff, low line drive kick is going to bounce down, taken at the 15 on a full run. Down to about the 28-yard line. That was Will Roots on the return.
Number 15, Will Reitz.
I guess we changed it to Reitz. We were Roots earlier, we're Reitz now. We'll figure it out what it is as the game goes on. Damian Wolf, nice play by Damian, fighting off a block and making that stop.
The U must be silent, right?
I think so. Evergreen still huddling on the sideline, trotting out to their positions. Going to be first down 10, ball on the 30-yard line. Boger at quarterback has 2 in the backfield with him. Going to now run a little bubble motion. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Matt brought down, wrapped up Devin Egner all over that play.
Yeah, just great penetration by the entire Bears line. That was some interesting motion there out of Evergreen. Even that motion was really in the vicinity of catching a pass. Even I don't know if it's just some eye candy, because you throw a pass back there. That's a backwards pass,
right?
And that's kind of in that dangerous scenario that as a quarterback, you don't want to be in throwing the ball backwards like that. So some interesting motion there.
Well, one of the things you see a lot in the NFL and college now, haven't seen a lot in high school yet, is orbit motion, where they go way on that big one. That was almost a half orbit motion. Well, we're going to take the snap. Has time in the pocket, throws out to the sideline. Missed his target, incomplete. Going to bring up third down and 12.
Under pressure for Bryan, number 4, Gavin Jessing.
And these are exactly the situations you want to be in if you're the Golden Golden Bears defense 3rd and long, get them off rhythm, get them out of their game, and keep them off schedule. And really something else I noticed, they're keeping a back in, along with the linemen, to keep guys from getting pressure, and that allows, then you're only running 2, maybe 3-man routes, which allows our DBs to cover everyone that's in the routes.
We're really not blitzing. We're doing some run blitzes, but not a lot of pass blitzes. Back to pass again. Pressure comes again. Bulger's going to escape outside the 30, 35. Looks like he's going to make a nice run to get a first down. Damian Wolf brought him down, but not before a gain of 11.
Yeah, that was a good way. We had him hemmed in the pocket. He just stepped right up and saw a bunch of green grass in front of him, took it, and had a nice gain for a first down.
And again, though, one of those struggles for the Golden Bears all season has been 3rd 10, 3rd 9, 3rd and 11, getting off the field.
You got to get off the field on 3rd, especially any 3rd down, especially 3rd and long.
Bulger has Mossing behind him. Snap comes, going to put it in Mossing's belly. Mossing's going to keep it, go to the left side. Breaks out of a tackle of Jacob Duran, heads down the sideline. Nice run, 10, 12 yards.
On the carry for Evergreen, number 4, Max Mossing.
And we had a shot at him there in the backfield. Duran played it well and just wasn't able to wrap him up there in the backfield. I think that's something the Bears want to continue to work on. I think it's probably been I guess it's something they've been stressing in practice is tackling. You can't have arm tackles. Yep. So really continuing to work on that. Continuing to work on it is huge.
Well, one of the things you don't want, it's been one of the struggles this year with this Golden Bear defense, is 2-yard gains become 12-yard gains.
Correct.
2 in the backfield once again. Bulger's going to put it into Mossing's hand over the left-hand side. Brought down, a gain of about 1.
Carry by number 4, Max Mossing. Stop at number 55.
Hogan on the tackle.
Connor Hogan.
And that's a good stick there by Hogan. Wrapped up, hit him low, and stuffed him in the hole for a 1-yard gain.
Run comes up the A-gap. You meet him in the A-gap, no place to go. Bring him down. And it was a textbook tackle. Got him, wrapped him, brought him to the ground. Your main stops of Northwest Ohio scoreboard open when you need them. 8 minutes to go in the first half. 14-0 Golden Bears. 3 to this side, 1 to the other side. They're going to move Mossing in motion. Going to put it in his belly, pull it out. Typical read option play. Nice run by Bulger again. Enough for another Evergreen first down, forced out of bound by Drew Hahn. A little bit of Bryan's medicine used against him.
Yes, it was, because you watched the DN kind of bite on the read there, and he was able to scoot outside. There was no edge defender there, and he was able to get outside for a nice gain.
Moving into Bryan territory now, ball on the 35-yard line, first down, 10 to go Evergreen.
And that's something against any offense too. Play discipline, play your assignment, right? Don't get sucked in on that fake. Got to keep that edge no matter what.
Going to bring 1 in motion, the H-back. Going to put it once again. This one he puts into Mossing's belly. He's again going over that left-hand side. Enough for another Evergreen first down. They found some home on that left side.
On that left-hand side, yeah, we're not keeping that edge on that left-hand side. We're getting sucked inside a little bit. They're having some nice kick-out blocks and finding some creases there outside on the left-hand side of our line.
The thing I've noticed on a couple of those plays is we talked about taking advantage of the inexperience of the freshman on the offensive side of the ball. 2 of those plays, Jacob Duran has come down and ran into a pulling guard. Going to put another motion play, a little bit of a mix-up in the backfield, but Mossing is going to get it. Takes again over the left-hand side. Going to be enough for about 5 or 6. That was almost a botched snap.
Yeah, it was, and you saw that time. So what did Bryan do to make a little bit of an adjustment there? We brought over Carter Dominic as another force defender out there, and yes, they still got 5 yards, but I expect more of that if they're going to keep running it that way.
Clock rolling, 6:30 to go here in the first half. The Golden Bears 14, Evergreen nothing. 3 receivers to the right. Bulger is in the shotgun. Mossing is behind him. Bulger's going to keep it. Again, going over the left-hand side. Finds a crease inside the 10 to about the 5. Ball's on the ground. Looking for a signal.
Oh, they recovered it.
Going to be recovered.
Fumble forced by number 2, Jace Kepler.
Kepler forces a fumble. Lane Vance jumps on it.
Yeah, we'll see on replay here. This is a heck of a play by Jace Kepler to get a hold of him and just go reaching for that ball. And that ball was out before he was on the ground.
It was. That was a nice rip. Rainer Clemens almost had it, but Vance was able to wrestle it away from him. Once again in the Stockman Lawn Care red zone. First down, goal to go from the 7. Handoff going to go to Mossing. He's brought down. Nice play that time by the Golden Bear defense.
Yeah, that was great. And they've been kind of gashing us. Everybody's been gashing the Bears, on the ground. This drive, they've been very content, just run. At this point, if I'm the Bears, I just stack the box and say, hey, beat us. You're not going to beat us over top now.
Right.
Beat us with a throw.
And the couple throws he's made tonight have both been way offline.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time to start walking up 7-8 in the box and say, okay, show us what you got, kid. 5:15 to go in the first half, 14-0. Second down goal, ball on the 7-yard line after a really nice play by Damian Wolf that time. Going to be a little bit of a motion penalty, I believe, this time. Illegal formation or motion. I'm not sure what the linesman is calling.
It's almost pointing like it's on the Bears.
Encroachment penalty on the Bears.
Second down. I should know this. Is that a dead ball foul in high school?
They usually let it go. It's normally a free play, but it's a half a distance to the goal. We didn't get a number on who jumped for the Golden Bears.
I'm losing my mind. I didn't think that was a dead ball foul, but they called it as such. So
second down, goal to go, ball on the 3, 4:50 to go here in the first half. Golden Bears leading this one 14-0. Two backs in the backfield with Bulger. Going to run one in motion. Got two to the left, one to the right. Handoff goes to Bulger up the middle once again, met by Damian Wolf and then a whole host of Golden Bears. If they're going up the middle, they're running into Damian Wolf on every play.
Yep. Yes, they are, and he's doing a good job of playing downhill right now. Now, all at the 1-yard line, you have to play downhill here. I expect nothing but a run here on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, this is a perfect opportunity to run a read option or to run a play action, but I'm not sure with a sophomore quarterback if you're willing to do that.
Right.
So the Bears stacking the box. 8 men in the box for the Golden Bears. Mossing is going to step up. They're going to give it to him over the left-hand side, and he powers his way in for a touchdown. He was met at the 1. We were flat-footed when we met him.
And then that allowed him to kind of plow into us and plow into the end zone there for the touchdown. And that's if you're the Evergreen Vikings, that's a great response drive. You go down 14-0, you need to put together a drive, and when they do it, they did it on the ground. They up the middle, outside. So good response drive there for the Evergreen Vikings.
And this is going to be, they've also got a couple of kickers. I believe this is the other Mossing. This is Alex Mossing for the extra point, and his extra point attempt is good.
That was a low kick there, almost blocked.
But that leaves us 3:59 to go in the first half from Golden Bear Stadium. Your Bryan Golden Bears 14, Evergreen 7 on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
to the school board and administration,
and everyone who played a role in this project.
We just want to say,
thank you!
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. 14-7. Nice drive that time by the Vikings.
Yeah, it was a good response drive for the Vikings. Now the Bears have to answer. Have a response drive of their own.
Taking a look again at scores around the area as we're getting ready for this kickoff. Archibald Oliver Swanton 35-0. Wapak 14, Kenton 0. Bellevue 6, Huron 0. Vermilion 7, Port Clinton 0. Edgerton 14, Fairview 6. Napoleon continuing their winning ways 21-6 over Bowser. Defiance 6, Elida 0. Sonora 7, Ayersville 0. And here's a kickoff. Nice booming kick. Going to go all the way into the end zone where they put the Golden Bears first down 10. That was a boot.
Yeah, it was. I'll say we haven't seen too many of those this year, and that was a nice kick.
At Liberty Center tonight, Liberty Center dominating Patrick Henry, 28-0. It says still in the first quarter.
I hate to say this after watching the games the last 2 weeks. I almost say that score doesn't surprise me, but it kind of doesn't surprise me. That LC team is good down there.
They are for real. And their offensive and defensive line are phenomenal. And what I was surprised by was their team speed.
They're fast.
They're just incredibly fast. Here comes Sam coming this way on a good old-fashioned student body left. Looking at this on the welding construction replay, both guards pull, Sam comes out, you got receivers out there. Nice little run for 5 yards.
And those are the type of plays that keep you on schedule on first down. And again, it's second and manageable.
Another new formation for Bryan this time. Everyone tight. Going to give it to Sam, and he is wrapped up immediately. Escapes again. Going to take a 5-yard loss to a 2-yard loss, but they were waiting for that one in the backfield.
Yeah, just came right off the edge there, met him in the backfield, and just good by Sam to not, like I said, wiggle out of a 5-yard loss and at least only make it 2.
And honestly, in a situation like that, not to cough up the football.
Yep, absolutely. This
was
is a situation you got to keep this drive going here if you're the Bears. You don't want to go, touchdown and then 3 and out right back to back.
3rd down, 6 to go. Ball is at the 24. They gave him a little bit of forward progress as he fought his way forward. You got 2 receivers each way. Now they're going to run Drew Hahn in motion. Jace back to pass, has time, steps up in the pocket, now pulls it down. Going to run, tries to get outside. Nice shoestring tackle that time.
On the stop, number 8, Colton Robertson.
Colton Robertson came up and made the stop, and that's going to make it 4th down and a long 4, a short 5. I think you got to run the punter out this time.
Yeah, I think you do, and that's I will say, interesting formation there. We brought it, a couple times there, a formation that we hadn't seen this year, real bunch like that. I would have honestly liked to see us get out in space a little bit, let our receivers win. I've kind of talked about one-on-one matchups. Let them win those one-on-one matchups, especially against their younger DBs that have been out there.
Evergreen called a timeout. We'll take one with them. 2:21 to go in the first half. 14-7 Bryan over Evergreen on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Bryan on the punt, 4th down after that Evergreen timeout. Jacob Duran's feet standing on his own 11-yard line. Snap a little bit low. Nice punt, high knuckleball is going to take a bounce. Evergreen got lucky with the out of bounds on that one because that one had a nice Bryan bounce on it, but going to go out 44-yard line, 43-yard line where they're going to make it 1st down, 10 to go.
There's a flag back at the 30-yard line.
Everybody kind of hovering. A little bit of a discussion.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the center by the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, 1st down.
Automatic 1st down for the Bears on the personal foul.
Personal foul. You cannot, used to be, I'm an old long snapper. Used to be your fear as a long snapper was you were going to get crushed the minute you snapped the ball. They made a rule change. You can't do that anymore, and that's exactly what they did. They lined up over the center. The minute that Carter Dominic let the ball go, he was hit, and that's 15-yard penalty every time.
I'll tell you right now, Evergreen may look back on that play right there. That's a crucial
play.
15-yard penalty.
It is.
Your offense is set to get the ball back with right around 2 minutes left to go in the first half, and now Bryan's offense is still on the field. Huge penalty there for the Vikings.
And those that if you got a potential 14-point swing here, that was a big play. 2 backs, 2 receivers one way, 1 to the field side. Drew Hahn just came in motion. Going to give it to Sam. He's got a little bit of space. Nice setting of the edge. He cuts it back upfield and powers his way forward for about 5. I thought that he had complete freedom out to the boundary, but it was nice.
They set the edge nicely, but he was able to stick his foot in the ground, get upfield, and still get a nice gain of about 4 yards.
Looks like this time they've got Hahn and Jessing to the wide side. Carter Dominic down here by himself. Wolf and Harold in the backfield with Kepler. Going to be a little cross. Sam's going to get it. Big run over midfield into Evergreen territory to about the 45.
And it's a great run there by Sammy, but a great hole opened up by the Bryan line.
Drew Hahn going to come out. Anthony Weber going to come in. Tell you what, last week Anthony Weber had a couple of really good catches for the Golden Bears. Beginning of the season, one of the things Coach said is he's going to make us play him because he catches everything. Starting to feel his way a little bit. Again, two backs in the backfield, a delay. Jace is going to roll out. Looked like it was going to be the throwback screen. Instead, he tried to go to Carter Dominic. Hit as he was throwing, couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, and that was just good to even get the ball off here. We'll see on the replay. Jace was kind of falling back, had a lot of pressure, slipped almost, and then was able to at least get that ball out of his hands before he took a sack.
That's one of those plays as a quarterback and offensive coordinator. An incomplete pass is a great play.
Especially when you would have had probably a loss of 7, 8, maybe 9 yards there. That's much better than a huge loss and getting you really, really behind schedule.
One of the things that I've appreciated by this Evergreen defense, they really have not let Jace escape to the outside. Once again, Jace hit as he throws, has a receiver but overthrows him, as Jace got absolutely rocked on that play.
Yeah, he got crushed
hit from behind as he was throwing. And once again, pressure coming that time from Grant Richardson, who seems to have been about everywhere.
Yeah, he's doing a really nice job there coming off, off of Jace's blind side and really getting pressure. And that's something they've been able to do right now is get pressure with their 4 as well. They haven't had to really bring a ton of blitzers and things like that. So to be able to, again, we've talked about on our side, to be able to get pressure with 4 is absolutely huge. It allows you to sit more in coverage and cover our receivers.
Trips to the field side. Jace is going to roll this way. Pressure comes, throwback screen. Complete to Kepler, to Sam Harold. Harold, flag comes in late. Players down everywhere. Touchdown Golden Bears.
Flag on the play.
I'm waiting to see what the flag's ineligible downfield is going to be the call. Great play, throwback screen. We've run it so effectively. And I'm not seeing one downfield, but that's what the call is. Well, referees are discussing it now. But we've got 2 flags. We've got one at the 31 and one at the 41. And an official just fell down.
There is no penalty. Ineligible downfield. The pass was completed behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a screen pass. Oh.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty, and it will be 3rd down.
So no ineligible receiver downfield because there was a pass behind the line of scrimmage, but there was a holding downfield that'll be the 10 yards.
Right. I was confused by the ref down here calling downfield. I'm like, it's a screen pass. It's completed behind the line. As long as it's behind the line of scrimmage, it's a good pass. But I'm going to be real honest. I didn't see a hold, but that's from my vantage point up here. So, but it brings the ball back, and that's again.
You take a touchdown off the board, but instead of 3rd and 10, you've got 3rd and 6. Ball at the 41-yard line, 1:02 to go in the first half.
And I'll go back to that last play call. Heck of a play call. Well-timed screen, and he had lots of space to run, obviously, and was running for the touchdown.
Jace back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Steps up in the pocket. Is going to run. Tries to get out to the left. Is going to make his way. Enough for a first down. Run out of bounds just outside the 30-yard line. Nice play by Jace that time.
That's huge. Able to pull it down, get to the edge, and run enough for the first down.
54 seconds to go here in the first half on your main stops of Northwest Ohio scoreboard. The Golden Bears have the ball 1st and 10. They marked him out of bounds at the 32-yard line. But again, nice play by Jace to get out of bounds. Didn't turn and try to get an extra 2 yards. Save the timeout. Get out of bounds. You may need them down here.
Which is really smart. And Evergreen brought pressure there. So it was good by Jace to get, when he got flushed out of the pocket and scrambled there for a first down.
Trips to the field side. Carter Dominic down here by himself. Jace is going to roll field side. Sam picks up the blitz, but Jace has no place to go. Going to make something out of nothing to get to about the 30. They brought pressure off the edge again. Sam picked it up, and we got looks like a timeout. I think Bryan is going to take their first timeout. We'll take one with them with 46 seconds to go on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason East Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium.
Overall performance of our student athletes
Second down, 9 to go for the Golden Bears. 46 seconds to go in the first half. Your Golden Bears driving at the Evergreen 31-yard line, leading 14-7.
And we'll see what the Golden Bears do here. You got 46 seconds, second and long. It seems like every time we roll out, that edge defender is reading that and is basically, I'm assuming he's being told, you see that? You're coming. Get upfield and prevent us from getting outside the pocket. And so, and rolling outside, and that's what they've done so far.
Jace takes the snap, drops back. No pressure coming this time. Flag comes in. Nice pass downfield, going to be complete to Drew Hahn, out of bounds. And it looks like it's going to be a motion penalty.
Motion, or is they calling it a false start and let it go on?
Motion penalty, illegal procedure against the Golden Bears.
False start, offense, number 6, 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Okay, I just have to say this. So down on, they were going in, had an offsides that was blown dead, so apparently that's a dead ball foul. And we have a false start. That is, we let the play go on.
We let the play go, and it takes 4 seconds off the clock. Yeah.
False start's a dead ball penalty. I'm sorry.
It is. So second down, now 14 to go. Ball on the 36. Jace back to pass. Has time. Time breaks down. Going to be a reception. Connor Hogan makes the catch. Big man reception as that ball was deflected.
Yeah, and very, very fortunate for the Bears there to recover that. For Connor Hogan to catch that. Because if not, that was a fumble.
That could have been a fumble, yeah.
I think it would have been a fumble.
We would have been able to check it up here on our replay over and over and over again to see if his arm is going forward. But I saw the little red beanbag come out. They were calling that a fumble.
Absolutely, they were. And I think actually, yes, we could have looked at it over and over. I think it actually was the right call. I think the ball was coming out. I don't think his arm was coming forward there for it to be a pass. I think that would have been a fumble. So heads up play there by Connor Hogan to grab that ball before it got into the hands of an Evergreen player.
Big boy reception. One catch. Minus 8 yards, but hey, it kept
he's on the board, right?
He's on the board. Big boy catches are a big thing. So if we look at this, one of the things that we said Evergreen needed to do was disrupt the Golden Bear offense. They've done that.
They have.
They've really made us change our game, leave protection in. They're getting all sorts of penetration.
Yeah, I think that's the thing you look at. They have gotten penetration. They've been in our backfield all night long. Run, pass. We've really had her in every yard that we've gotten.
And here comes the blitz again. Throwback screen again. Sam breaks a tackle inside the 30, 25, 20. Going down the sideline, gets out of bounds at about the 17, 18-yard line. Throwback screen again.
And that's exactly how you slow down pressure. If they're going to keep bringing guys like that, let them fly upfield and dump it over their heads. And that's an excellent play call.
The old day, you'd run a trap play or a counter off of that. This little throwback screen, perfect answer. But 8 seconds. 18-yard line.
Yeah, so you really got 2 shots at the end zone here, I think, unless you get a short completion out of bounds.
In the Stockman Lawn Service red zone, Jace is looking to the corner of the end zone. He's got a receiver, comes back. Touchdown, Golden Bears. Nice play.
And that's a great adjustment. Jace threw that to a spot. Great adjustment by Drew Hahn to come back, grab that ball in the end zone for the touchdown.
With 1 second to go on the clock.
And I'm going to come back to what kept that drive going. 15-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty. That was a huge penalty. Nice throw, nice catch. Throwing it to a spot, and Drew Hahn played center field. Going back to the kick. Here's the kick. This one is up through the uprights and good. So with 1 second to go in the first half, your Golden Bears 21, Evergreen 7 on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason East Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Well, that was a big play. Big drive, 15-yard penalty kept the drive alive, and nice play from Jace Kepler to Drew Hahn there to cap off that drive.
That's exactly what you wanted to do. You get the free gift of 15 yards. You had to make them pay. You had to make it a 14-point swing, and they absolutely did. And that's huge. That's a huge, loss if you're Evergreen, because you were looking at getting the ball back with 2:20 or I think it was about 2:14 left to go, and maybe you going down after the drive you just had and scoring, and then doubling up the Bears because you get the ball coming out of halftime, and now you're facing a 21-7 deficit.
And you only had 54 yards to go. Here's the boot short kick, going to be taken by the up man at the 15. Out over the 20, 25, 30, breaks the tackle, comes this way, going to be finally wrapped up, rolled down. One of the nice things I saw is my heart sunk a little bit when I saw him spin out of the tackle, and then I looked and saw that we left 3 safeties back, and I'm like, okay, that was a nice defensive play.
Yep.
Let's take a break. We'll go away for halftime. We'll come right back, wrap up the first half, get some halftime scores as we get ready for the Golden Bear Band. Homecoming night at Golden Bear Stadium. Your Bryan Golden Bears 21, Evergreen 7 on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State. Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Why do so many people travel to Jason East Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. 21-7, your Bryan Golden Bears leading this one. Bryan started out well, had a little burp in there, and then came back and finished the half really well. Looking at this this first half for Bryan, one of the things that we've got to kind of figure out is a little bit of the penetration. We started to deal with it with the throwback screens, but one of the things that Bryan has liked to do all year long is to roll Jace out. That gives him the option. Every pass becomes an option play when Jace rolls out.
Yeah, run pass option, absolutely.
They are taking that away from him by getting lots of penetration on the edge. So finding a way, this is one where you break out the whiteboard in the locker room and start drawing up something a little bit different. And it worked on that last drive. The throwback screen worked twice, one brought back by hold. And then that nice play in the end where he was able to step up the pocket and find Drew Hahn for the touchdown.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I guess, 2 ways you slow down pressure like that. 1, screen passes, but then 2, in the effective running game. And it keeps keeping them out of the backfield and just letting them pin their ears back on, I'm going to say, obvious passing situations. And yes, they're bringing that defender off the edge on our rollout passes. So that means we have to be really good in pass pro. Then to say, okay, we got to be able to throw from the pocket tonight, and it's been better. Now I think we're going to slow them down a little bit with those screen passes and keep them a little more honest, because we do that 20. You can't run screen passes all the way down the field necessarily, but you get 20, 30 yards at a pop, and they're just pinning their ears back. Take that all day.
All day long. Would be more than willing to take that. Looking at scores coming in from around the area as we get closer to halftime in the conference. Archibald all over Swanton, 49-0. Our opponent for next week, not a real surprise. Archibald solid football team. Swanton is having just a bad year all the way around. The one that's a little bit surprising, Bryan can hold their head up a little bit. Liberty Center 40, Patrick Henry nothing.
Yep.
And it's still in the second quarter. They have not gone to halftime yet.
Yeah, again, I hate to say it's not surprising, but after watching the 2 games the last 2 weeks, that Liberty Center team they're good. They're good. They're strong. They're fast. They're disciplined. They're tough. They block well. They're just an all-around good football team. And so, like I said, I hate to say I'm not surprised by that score. Maybe a little bit in a rivalry game, you think it's going to be a little bit closer than that. But that Liberty Center team, that's just a dang good football team.
I truly thought that it may be a shootout. But I was not expecting the Liberty Center defense to be able to shut down Patrick Henry the way they are.
Or really shut down our offense the way they did. I mean, we've really, for the most part this year, I mean, our lowest output was 21 points.
Yeah.
And really, we could have put more on Van Wert. It just that game got away from us earlier in the year, right? In the first game of the season. But other than that, we've pretty much moved the ball at will. Obviously, even against PH, we put up 42 points. It was really, a couple stops on defense, and we could have won that game. So really, the only team that's stopped us is that Liberty Center Tigers team we faced last week.
And they did really well. Here tonight, pretty much what we expected.
I think so.
You think on paper, if both teams bring their A game, that the Golden Bears are 3-touchdown favorites. Yeah. We're up 2 at halftime. Have a couple of things to work on, but you know what? Here's the nice thing about this for tonight is we have a couple of things to work on while we're in the lead.
Yep.
Not a couple of things we have to work on while we're trying to figure it out while we're behind.
Yeah.
So it's a nice thing for the Golden Bears to be able to have that little bit extra. You can go when you can feel good, especially after that last drive. Yeah. You can feel really good.
And I think there's a couple things. One, I think we started off a little sluggish. And I think that, again, comes back to you love the excitement of homecoming week, but ultimately, I hate to say it's a lot of distraction. It's a lot of distraction, and it really can depend team to team what team shows up. Okay, and we kind of saw it our first night against Van Wert. Okay, with all the distractions of field dedication, all that stuff, we started off a little sluggish in that game, and so that's something we're gonna have to continue to work through. And hats off to Evergreen. They're from what they have been previously. This is a much improved football team, and you can see the culture that they're building over there, or trying to build. It's something that's paying off for them, and able to right now keep this game close heading into the second half.
21-7. Good first half. Sam Harold's gotten loose.
Yep.
He's starting to churn up some yards. Damian Wilson had a couple of nice runs. Jace and Drew Hahn have become a true connection. And that's been really nice to see. Why don't we take one more commercial while the Evergreen Band is wrapping up, and then we'll be able to come back and go to the Golden Bear Marching Band for their homecoming show tonight. You're on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. Let's look around the area at local scores, and then we'll give a huge thanks to our sponsors. Liberty Center 41, Patrick Henry 0. Sonora leading Ayersville 7-0 in a defensive struggle in Defiance. Edgerton ahead of Fairview 21-14.
It looks like that's shaping up to be a good ball game.
Napoleon 28, Bowser 6. Delta losing to Wauseon 17-0. As we said, Archbold 49, Swanton did score 49-7 now. My last update from Pillier is no score. I've got Northwood and Eden with no score. Paulding ahead of Hicksville 20-15. Ottawa Hills over Hilltop 26-0.
I'm going to go back to the Edgerton-Fairview game for a second. Are both those teams winless?
I am not sure.
I know Fairview is.
Fairview's still winless.
Fairview's 0-6. I think Edgerton might be winless too, unless they maybe have one, but would be good for one of those programs if they're both winless. One of them obviously going to get a win tonight.
Well, let's be really honest. Let's talk about playoff points here. Let's talk about the reality of playoff points. We want Maumee to win out.
Oh, absolutely.
We want Fairview to win out. We want Delta to win out.
And even the 3 wins that Maumee has right now, I mean, you're playing a division. Are they also a Division 4 opponent? Or are they 3? I can't remember if they're 3 or 4. A Division 3 opponent that's then getting wins against other Division 2, Division 3, Division 4 opponents. The bigger schools you play and the more wins they got, that looks great for the computer points. So those Maumee continuing to win is really good for Bryan's playoff hopes and hopes of potentially, depending on obviously how these next 4 games shake out rest of tonight and the next 3 weeks, for their home field, for home field advantage.
Edgerton comes into the game tonight 1-5.
1-5.
They beat Hilltop and then lost to Montpelier in overtime. So they're 1-5. So a 0-6 versus a 1-5 tonight. But you know, every one of those wins that the opponents we defeat, for fans who don't understand the playoffs, you get points for all your wins. But you also get points for all of the wins that the teams you defeat get. So, you know, if you're a Bryan fan, you are pulling for Maumee.
Absolutely.
You are pulling for Delta. You are pulling for Fairview. It's time. The Bryan Marching Band coming onto the field for their halftime show. We're going to send it down to the field. You're on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Like We Are the Champions by Queen or The Final Countdown by Europe. In 1982, an aging Rocky Balboa has to face death and hardship in his personal life. But things change with the help of this iconic sports song. In the end, Rocky overcomes his demons, re-enters the ring, and reclaims his title. The Bryan Marching Band has been training hard and knows that it's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight as they perform the iconic sports anthem by Survivor called Eye of the Tiger. This group of alumni and current band members is performing an iconic rock song by Deep Purple that chronicles the 1971 fire at a Montreux casino. Smoke from the fire was lingering over the lake and inspired them to write a song about it. We might not know the story, but we know the song's famous guitar riff. Under the direction of former field commander and Bryan alumni Allie Will, who, by the way, happens to be having a birthday today, the Bryan Marching Band Alumni Band are working to burn the place to the ground as they play Deep Purple's 1972 hit, Smoke on the Water. Sister Sledge, Debbie, Joni, Kim, and Kathy formed in 1971 and achieved international success during the disco era. In January of 1979, they released We Are Family, which was one of 4 top singles from the album with the same name. The album reached #1 on the R&B chart and hit #3 on the Billboard charts. Here is the Bryan Marching Band and our alumni marching band, under the direction of retired band director Mr. Richard Will, performing as One Big Family, We Are Family by Sister Sledge.
to Golden Bear Stadium. A wonderful performance by our Bryan Marching Band and the Alumni Band. A special thanks tonight once again to our sponsors, Andres O'Neill and Lowe, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, the Daniel Van Atta Agency, Fackler Monument, Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler and Breininger, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, Starks Plumbing and Heating, Veteran Services of Williams County, and the JC Services. Good night, good half, good first half, beautiful night. Look at the harvest moon. A couple weeks early, but it's gorgeous, isn't it, up there in the sky?
I'll say it, and you can see it on the camera there, but doesn't always do it justice. It's beautiful to see in person.
It's a gorgeous night.
So take a look outside.
Perfect night for football. Take a walk, take a look outside, stretch your legs. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with second half action here from Golden Bear Stadium, where your Bryan Golden Bears lead Evergreen 21-7.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause.
To the school board and administration.
And everyone who played a role in this project.
We just want to say...
Thank you!
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. 3 minutes before we kick off. One of the things I didn't get done tonight that I want to make sure I do is we didn't get a winner in the first half on the opening kickoff.
Unfortunately, we did not.
But our kickoff is sponsored by Bryan Ford Lincoln. If our kickoff contestant wins and the Bryan returns their opening kickoff for a touchdown, they win $150 in Bryan Ford gift card. Didn't get one tonight. Our contestant was Chad Fitzenreiter, but you can still register on bryansports.com. One lucky winner each week if the Golden Bears return the opening kickoff of the game or of the second half for a touchdown. 150 Bryan Ford gift card. Bryan Ford Lincoln, where good values mean a great deal.
So yes, if you haven't done that, go do so and you'll be entered in for next week.
It's like Jim Thunderberg and I talked about this morning. You know, it's hard to believe we're week 7.
It's crazy,
it just seems like we were in here yesterday for Van Wert.
Oh, I know.
And Jim said his mom used to say, you open the lid on opening day, and the next thing you know, it's over.
Yep. I say it's like I was talking with some people before the game, and so, you know, I don't know. Got married 4 years ago and 2 kids later, and it's like, yeah, everyone said, once you get married, time's going to fly. Okay, yeah, time's flown, and then you start having kids like, oh my gosh, my oldest is already going to be 2, and I'm like, time just flies. And that's the same thing with football season. Every year you blink and then it's over.
It's over. And, you know, wait till your kids are 30 and 26.
Oh, I know. I'm going to blink it. That's what's going to happen.
Where did it all go? But here tonight, good first half of football, 21-7. Bryan leading this one in halftime. Got to come out on defense. Got to get a stop. Want to put this one to bed.
Yeah, this is a big opening drive for both sides. Evergreen, obviously, if they want to, you know, continue, I'm gonna say to stay in the ball game, this is big to go down for them to score. And on the opposite side for Bryan, you want to, you know, like I said, put this one to bed early, a little bit early time, maybe breathe a little bit easier, go down, get a stop, or I want to say get a stop on this opening possession, go down and score. Then, you know, that's going to be huge for the Bears.
50 seconds to go until we kick off. We're going to take a break here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead. STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. The only limit is your imagination. Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. Bryan going to kick off to start this third quarter. Lead us from 21-7. Jacob Uran has it teed up on the 40-yard line. Again, partner, what a beautiful night for football.
Oh, couldn't ask for anything better.
With 70 degrees at kickoff, and I'm not sure if we have lost a whole lot between now and then.
And even if we have, this is exactly what you want to play in as a player, coach in as a coach, actually sit in as a fan. Every Friday we've had has been absolutely gorgeous.
Big end over end kick when we take it at the 10-yard line. Out over the 20, slips and falls, takes out his own player on the 25. That would have been Colton Robertson.
And even if he wouldn't have fallen there, that was great coverage by the Bears, keeping him, I'm gonna say, hemmed in, and he was going north and south, but keeping him from getting a crease down, maybe down the sideline or something like that. So good play there for the Bears.
I got to be, as an old soccer coach, when I looked at that on the Welding Construction replay, I'm throwing a red card on that one. He came in with a sliding tackle from behind on his own player. That would have been a straight red right there. First down, 10 to go for Evergreen, starting at their own 25. Bryan in there 4-2, walking into a 4-3, spreading them out a little bit this time. Boger takes the snap, puts it into the belly of Mossing, wrapped up by Jacob Uran, nowhere to go, spun, still trying to fight for yards. Looks like the ball came out. I see the beanbag.
Has it.
And I'm seeing a lot of purple fingers pointing towards Bryan's way.
Looks like he recovered the fumble. Great job by the Bears, though, opening play. And I think, it'll be interesting to see here second and long. If it changes Evergreen's, I'm going to say game plan for a second, but I think they're content. Coming out, running the football based on the last drive, and I thought it was something going to be interesting. Do they stick with the run game, or do they maybe open it up a little bit with the pass?
One of the things that Bryan has just not really had a lot of this year is ball luck. When the ball hits turf, it's not often gone into Golden Bear hands. Back to pass this time. Fakes it, pulls it down, and met by a whole host of Golden Bears.
And just great coverage there by the Bears. Everyone was covered up, nowhere to go with the football, and then great pursuit by the defense.
I'm going to take a look at this on the Welding Construction replay. He went to pass, saw that the route was jumped by Schellenberger. Lucky that one didn't come out.
Yeah, because that was a big pump fake. That was a big pump fake, and yeah, lucky he didn't end up losing the football.
I don't think that was an intended pump fake. I think he saw Schellenberger jump the route and held up on it.
Absolutely.
That's going to make it third down and a long 9.
And Bolger's helmet came off, so they have a backup quarterback in here for this third and long.
Looking to see who's out there. It's probably, you got to think it's going to be a handoff. No, they're going to roll him out, pass out into the flat, knocked away, incomplete. That was Brendan Holmes, a freshman that came on field. Nice play. You got to think if you're bringing a freshman quarterback in replacing a sophomore, that you're going to think about just putting it in the gut. You roll them out and give them a chance to make something happen.
Yeah, and just an even better play there by Jace Kepler, playing, over top, not, getting his hand behind, making a nice play with his left hand there to swat away the pass and force a punt here on fourth down.
That's going to be on Max Mossing once again to punt. Cade Carlin back deep for the Golden Bears. Punt, spiraling punt. Going to be a penalty on the play. That is going to be an interference to pick up the ball. Cade Carlin did not have a chance to field the punt. That's going to be another bad 15.
Yes, absolutely. Two costly penalties here. Costly 15-yard penalties for the Vikings.
Once again, the officials talking about it.
And two penalties that are not even, hustle penalties. They are mental errors, and those are the ones.
On the kicking team, 15-yard penalty, first down.
And those are the ones you don't want to have if you're a coach. Like you said, we've talked about this before. You can live with hustle penalties. You can live with penalties that you're playing hard. Those are just two mental errors that have been huge.
And both
for
of them on
Evergreen.
special teams.
Yes.
They unsportsmanlike conduct, roughing the snapper, because you can't bash the long snapper, and that not letting our returner catch the ball. Two big 15-yard penalties. That's going to let Bryan start in plus territory. First down, 10 to go on the 45. Wolf and Harold in the backfield. Sam's going to get the handoff. Wrapped up, escapes over the right-hand side to the 40. Breaks through one tackle inside the 35, almost to the 30. That's a heck of a 13-yard run.
I mean, he should have been stopped. We'll see it on the replay. He should have been stopped for a 1-yard loss here. He was met in the backfield, 3 yards deep in the backfield. Just sheer grit there by Sam Harold. Heck of a run for a 12-yard gain.
And I just don't understand how guys keep going high on Sam Harold. You're not going to win that battle very often.
Not very often at all. You see, what did they call here? Was there a flag?
Looks like there is one. Bryan's walking backwards.
Must be a hold. I didn't even see the laundry on the field.
I didn't either.
55. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, first down.
So the penalty happened downfield. It's going to be first down, 15 to go, ball right at midfield. that the far side official has liked to throw flags for penalties, holding penalties downfield.
Yes, he
And,
has a couple times tonight.
And but one of the things is, if you're Bryan, you've got to expect that now. You've got to play very clean when you're downfield on that side of the ball. Once again, a handout. This one's going to be to Damian Wolf. Powers forward for about 5.
And I like that action there from the Bears. Fake it to Sam and come right back with Damian Wolf coming the other way. Positive gain there on first down.
Going to make it second down, 10 to go. Clock running at 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bryan 21, Evergreen 7. We talked about would Evergreen come out and really kind of slow things down. Bryan's not been in a hurry at all tonight.
We haven't tonight.
Jace back to pass, pressure comes, steps out of a tackle, looks downfield, throws downfield, complete. Ball's going to be caught, be Damian Wolf.
And again, great job by Jace Kepler to keep his eyes downfield to see on replay. He's facing all kinds of pressure back there. He eludes a couple tacklers for that were trying to get to him there, and able to complete that pass downfield. A good job by Damian Wolf too to keep moving along that sideline and keep himself open.
One of the things that's really good to see is earlier in the season, that would have been a quarterback run. Jace wasn't keeping his eyes downfield. Now he's absorbing the pressure, keeping his eyes downfield. Going to run left to Damian Wolf, going to power forward to the 30. Kind of an old wing T-buck sweep. You pull both guards to get out in front of Damian.
And again, a nice cut to get upfield there, because what they're really doing now, they're rushing so far upfield. We should have room now for if they don't get penetration up the middle to run between the tackles. So they want to take away that outside on us.
Drew's going to go in motion. They're going to hand it to him on a jet sweep. Not much room. Going to get a gain of about 2.
Because there it is again. We'll see it. Their defender, if we can see it on replay, the defender's coming up field there. They're doing a nice job of setting the edge, preventing us from getting outside, which is what we want to do, and we have to cut things up before we really want to.
Third down, going to be 4 to go. Going to say 3 officially. Ball inside the 30-yard line. 2 backs still in the backfield with Kepler. You've got Harold to the left, Wolf to the right. Dominic and Hahn split left, Jessing wide right. Going to give it to Sam. He puts his foot in the ground, cuts a nice open field tackle. Going to be close to a first down, but just short. He had all sorts of green if they wouldn't have wrapped him up by the ankles.
He did, and that's how you get Sam to the ground, is not just necessarily chopping out his ankle, but wrap up his legs, right? Keep his legs from still turning. That's a very nice open field tackle.
Johnson on the open field gives it 4th and 1. We haven't seen it all year. I'm still ready for the Reggie Bush push.
The Bush push, QB sneak here. Get up under center and push this forward for a half-yard gain.
Instead, you put it into Sam's belly, and he breaks outside. 20, 10, 5, touchdown,
Even
Golden
better.
Bears. It's going to come back. Flag on the field at the 24-yard line.
See if we can get that on replay here. 55 again?
55. Hogan again. What I think happened is I looked to see it was a pancake block. I don't think he got up. He held his guy to the ground is what it looked like when I first came back and saw the penalty.
And that's a crucial penalty there, because you're going from obviously a touchdown. Now you're 4th and 10. And I think you still probably I think you still end up going for it here. You're not really gaining much by not going for it.
And again, it's 15 yards if the punt rolls into the end zone, so you may as well give it a shot. Kepler back to pass. Pressure comes. Steps up over the middle. Is going to be caught. Looks like enough.
Hit the ground.
Nope, hit the ground.
Good defensive play there by Evergreen. Met him as soon as he caught the ball there and swiped that one out.
Taking a look here at the Willing Construction replay. He had it for a minute. Nice play from behind to knock that one away. Going to be a turnover on downs. First down.
And that's a good passer. He was threading that into a tight window. I'll just say, personally, I would have liked it. I would take advantage of, maybe pick on the freshman a little bit. Test him a little bit. You had that matchup. I think at least I had it circled up here. When you see you got a one-on-one matchups with a guy that hasn't played a lot. Maybe take a shot there. I mean, again, what's the hurt? You throw a 50-50 ball. If they intercept it, it's as good as a punt.
And difficult penalties on both teams that time. You had the receiving personal foul, and then you had a huge holding play.
Yep.
This one we're going to get a false start, going to make it 1st and 15.
And it was, in fact, a dead ball foul this time.
They actually called it. I've been wondering, because false starts are like holding. You can call them on about every play because somebody's leaning or moving. But it seems to me like a lot of this Evergreen team is about a half a step into their motion when the ball snapped. First 15, 2 receivers each way for Bulger. He's going to give it to Mossing. Mossing's going to come this way, not much room, cuts it upfield, finds a little bit, enough for about 5 or 6. Going to take it to second down and a long 9.
Yeah, I think Evergreen is, I'll tell you right now, I think they're very content. I'm not sure they have a lot of confidence right now in their pass game. I think that's really showing with Dunbar missing as their leading receiver. I think they're content just running the ball down the field and taking 5-6 yards until we can stop it.
And it is one of the things that we've seen from Bryan is we're not giving 5-6 yard cushions. We're not dropping into our zone quickly. We're daring them to throw it almost. Going to be Mossing once again up the middle, not far to go. He's going to get a couple. Going to bring it up third down and a long way. They let that rugby scrum go on for a while.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, that was a really late whistle there. Let that go on probably way too long.
As a running back, I wanted to blow.
Yes, I'm sorry. That's how you get. Sorry,
that's how you get ball stripped away.
That's how you get ball stripped away, and that's how you get kids hurt because he's got like 6 guys around him. Look out for the kid's safety.
Well, and I'm a Steelers fan, so I don't think it was a dirty play by Minka, but let's think about Chubb's injury.
Yeah.
You get wrapped up and somebody comes in low and suddenly you got somebody who's really hurt. Third down, 6 to go, ball on the 39. Walker's going to run this way. Doesn't look like any indication to throw it now. He throws it in short hop.
And that's great pursuit there by the 44, Damian Wolf, just coming off the edge and applying the pressure there. And good also by Jacob Urian getting upfield and not allowing him to get outside the pocket and make a throw.
It's interesting because when he took off out there, he actually had the ball like a running back in his belly.
He did.
That's going to bring up another 4th down, another punting opportunity for Mossing.
And great to see the Bears get off the field on 3rd down, right? We kind of talked about it at the beginning of the game. Getting off the field on all 3rd downs, especially 3rd and long, and a good job there by the Bears.
Mossing gets this one away. This one's going to be caught, fair catch at the 30. And another thing for Bryan, we'll come back after the break and we'll talk about it. Let's take a break here for our sponsors. 21-7, Bryan leads on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Welcome back here to Bryan. First down, 10 to go. Golden Bears, ball on the 30-yard line. One back in the backfield with Kepler. He's going to roll to his left. Throws it out to Harold. Harold's got it at the 30. Out over the 35, hit at the 40, run out of bounds. Thrown out of bounds, waiting to see. The Bryan bench is wanting one. We're not going to get one. It's going to be close to a first down.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. That's a little bit extracurricular activity right there. He's wrapped up out of bounds, and then he's a yard into the white, and then they shove him down. And I get continuing the tackle, but that ain't it.
That didn't look like it was continuing the tackle. Referee's going to stop play here, looking to see if it is a first down. Looked like it to me. They're going to give him the first down. Took a minute to work the chains. First down. 10 to go. 3 receivers to the field side. Bubble screen going to be caught. Looks like Carter Brown. Carter Brown, first action really since his injury. Nice catch, 20 yards.
And I really like that play call, right? You got a little slip screen there, coming up the middle. Get your blockers out in front. And again, slow down that rush. Slow down that Evergreen rush because they're getting penetration They've been getting penetration all night. Slow them down and go right behind them.
Good to see Carter Brown back out there after his injury. Harold's going to get this one wrapped up in the backfield, moves his way forward. Again, breaks out of a couple tackles. And I'll tell you what, that is one heck of a battle going on out there between Connor Hogan and Grant Richardson.
Oh, it is. It is. And I tell you, Sam really has earned about every yard he's gotten tonight because he's literally had to ward off defenders in the backfield. Just about every time he touches the ball, he almost is kind of, I feel like he's expecting to get hit by a defender 2-3 yards deep in the backfield right now.
Going to run the bubble screen the other way. This one to Jessing. Jessing's going to get it at the 40 inside the 35 to about the 33. If it worked on one side, let's turn it around and run it to the other.
Yep, and a nice little gain there. It looked like Evergreen was ready from that one. They didn't get quite as far upfield. That able to hold the Bears to a short gain there, albeit a positive.
It's been nice to see on those two bubble screens, one to Carter Brown, one to Gavin Jessing, that our receivers are climbing the ladder to get the ball. Both of those passes have been a little high. Receivers have climbed the ladder to get them. Nice to see. Clock running. 4:45 to go here in the third quarter. Bryan leading Evergreen 21-7. Harold in the backfield with Kepler. Jace gives it to Sam. Sam's up the middle, inside the 30, inside the 20, down to about the 18.
On the stop, number 24, J.J. Johnson.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. An Evergreen player is down. We'll take a timeout with them. You're watching and listening to the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory since 1922. We've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Welcome back here to Bryan, to Golden Bear Stadium. Getting up and heading off the field, Trevor Johnson, one of their starting inside linebackers, off on his own power. Nice run that time by Sam Harold once again. We could say that all year. 21-7 now. First down, 10 to go. Ball at the 17, inside the Stockman Lawn Service red zone.
And I'd say good to see the Bears finding some running room between the tackles here.
Kepler, they're going to fake the bubble screen that way. He rolls out, looks down into the end zone, just off the mark. Nice double move. I've been waiting for a double move all night long. We got one that time. Pass was just a little bit behind Hahn.
Yeah, it was good to fake that screen. We've shown screen. Hey, let's run, fake the bubble, and try to throw it up over top, and just unfortunately we're able to connect.
Going to bring up second down, 10 to go. Ball at the 17-yard line. 4:22 to go in the third quarter. Bryan leading this one, 21-7. Kepler's got two receivers each way. Now going to run motion. Put three to the field side, one to the boundary. Gives it to Sam over the right side, inside the 15, fights his way down to about the 12.
On the stop for Evergreen, number 56, Robert Pennington. On the carry for Bryan, number 6.
And that's a good second down play there by the Bears. Maybe Evergreen probably expecting a run there, but good to get this into a third and manageable, because likely you're looking at two plays to get.
You're looking four down territory.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
So you got two plays here to get 6 yards.
Jace gives it to Sam, then pulls it back out like he normally does. Dives forward inside the 10, going to make it a very manageable 4th and 1, 4th and 2.
Yep, and here, you're looking at 4th and 1.5. I think I'm going to say your whole playbook at your disposal. You could run, a play action pass here and dump something. Maybe, we don't necessarily typically run a tight end, a little pop pass up over top, because that's another thing. Biased as a tight end, or former tight end, I should say. No longer play tight end. That would just be a little bit too much for me. But, a little pop pass over those linebackers might be perfect here.
Going to give it to Sam. Follows Wolf into the hole. Going to be enough for a Golden Bear first down.
Or just give it to Sam. That might just be the easier option.
And almost using Damian Wolf that time as a fullback.
Yep.
But yes, as an old school football guy, I really miss the tight end, especially in situations like that.
Absolutely. Down here near the goal line, it just opens up your playbook even more with options at the goal line.
Going to be Sam once more, wrapped up down inside the 5 to about.
It looks like he lost the football there, but fortunately Bryan able to recover. It looks like, was it Connor Hogan that jumped on that?
Number 55, Connor Hogan.
Taking a look at it here on the Welding Construction replay, I think he was actually down before the ball came out.
I would have said so too, but I think they called a fumble.
The beanbag out. They called the fumble, so it's going to bring up 2nd and goal. Ball on the 5. Clock running inside 2:45 in the third quarter. Drew Hahn in motion. Kepler takes it, gives it to Wolf, and Wolf runs into Robert Pennington. That one went nowhere.
Yeah, him and Richardson have been all over the field tonight. They've been all over Bryan's backfield.
Going to be a loss on the play of about 2, I believe. 3rd down, 7 to go.
And again, I think this is 4 down territory. I don't think you're kicking a field goal, inside the 10-yard line.
Two coming. Going to be the jet sweep. Is going to be Drew Hahn. Wrapped up, nowhere to go. Loses another two.
Yeah, strung out really nicely there by Evergreen. Good setting the edge and not letting Drew Hahn cut that upfield.
4th and goal from the 9. If you weren't on a hash mark, I may think about running my kicker out there at least to give it a shot. Over on the hash mark, I think you got to look to go here.
I think so. Especially because I would say worst case scenario, they got to go 80. If the ball stays where it's at, they got to go 89 yards.
4th down, goal to go, ball on the 9.
I hate to say this, with the way they've been coming upfield, I think I'd stay in the pocket here instead of giving the run-pass option, which we typically would do, and I think would be smart on the goal line. I say on the goal line like this. Looks like Brian's actually going to think about it.
Get a timeout, and we're going to think about it. We'll take one with them. You're on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Fountain City Amphitheater provides opportunities for families and friends to have fun at many different events. After winning Season 21 of The Voice on Team Kelly, Girl Named Tom recently performed a free concert on the AMP's incredible outdoor stage, thanks to numerous corporate and family sponsors.
With a 5-tier sponsorship opportunity, you can help support this project and all that is to come. Sponsorships promote brand exposure and include unique bonuses with each tier.
To learn more about how you can help provide quality programming at the AMP, visit cityofbryan.com/FC Amphitheater.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium, where your Golden Bears lead 21-7. 4th down, goal to go, ball on the 9-yard line. Looking around the conference, LC and PH, running clock, 48-0. Tigers, running clock in Archibald as they lead Swanton 49-7. Close to a running clock for Wauseon Delta at 31-0. Here, 21-7 Golden Bears, empty backfield. Kepler back to pass, steps up into the pocket, throws high over the head of Carter Dominic, incomplete. Going to bring a change of possession, but again, you're looking at a minute 16 to go in the third. They've got to go 91 yards. Your defense has been really stout the last couple possessions. Good play call.
Yep, I think so. And I liked keeping him in the pocket there. And actually, he Dominic in the end zone and would just sailed it just a little bit too high, just out of the outstretched arms there of Carter Dominic. So good play call. I think I must say nothing hurt. Obviously, you'd like to have gotten the touchdown there, but nothing hurt in making this Evergreen offense go 91 yards to score.
Evergreen running their offense onto the field. Quarterback's going to take the snap on about his own 5. 2 backs in the backfield with him this time. Run in motion across. Snap. Hand off to Mossing. Mossing is going to be met, drugged down. I'm not sure if he's going to get anything.
Yeah, that was almost a delay of game.
It was.
Could have been borderline, but they let the play go. Very, very close there.
That idea of keeping your whole team on the sideline to huddle before running in the first play. You got guys running 50 yards to get set for a second to then get the snap, and then you got to run your motion and everything else.
Yeah, that should never happen, to be honest, at the change of a possession.
Once again, running motion. We had 2 men in motion. Now they're running the second one in motion. Bulger's going to keep it, nowhere to go, is going to get wrapped up. Going to give him about a half a yard on the play.
Yeah, good penetration there by the Bryan defense. Lots of guys in the backfield able to. We could have taken all 3 of them.
Brings up 3rd down and again, short 9. Ball's on the 11.
And again, this is a big, big 3rd down at this point in the ball game. I don't know if Evergreen's going to end up snapping this ball before the end of the 3rd quarter. They might be content to get this to the 4th, but 3rd and 9, Bears got to get off the field here.
But I tell you what, I'm down 14. I'm trying to take advantage of one extra play. But it doesn't look like that's why they pay us to broadcast and not to coach. End of 3 here at Golden Bear Stadium. Your Bryan Golden Bears 21, Evergreen 7 on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
to the school board and administration,
and everyone who played a role in this project.
We just want to say
thank you.
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. 21-7 as we start the fourth quarter. Your Golden Bears leading Evergreen. Third down, 9 to go for the Vikings. Ball on their own 11-yard line. Talking during the break, partner, little surprised they didn't try to run one with 14 seconds to go.
I mean, just you have limited possessions left in this game, and to sneak another play in there when you had the time to do so. A little surprised there they didn't opt to run another play.
Big third down for the Golden Bears. Look to get off the field here. Empty backfield. Bulger back to throw. Winds up, nowhere to go. Drug down, big sack inside the 2.
And I'll tell you what, that's just a coverage sack there. Great coverage downfield by the Bears. Allowed the 4-man rush to get home. And nice play there by, was that 64?
64.
54.
64. We went out of our 2 deep for that one. Want to make sure that I give the right credit there. Fourth down, long to go. Punt from deep in the end zone. Gets it out, end over end. Going to bounce at the 33. Take a bounce, let it go. Ball's going to roll dead just over midfield at about the 48-yard line. Nice punt on that one. Taking a look at for that one for the Golden Bears.
Punt down by number 13, Chris Schrader.
That was John Marquez, sophomore. 5'9", 207-pound sophomore on that side.
Nice sack there for the sophomore.
Yeah.
I will say, I know you don't want to get a penalty down here in that situation. We saw in pregame the Evergreen punter took 2 or 3 steps before letting off his punt. I'm a little surprised the Bears didn't come after that one. They're punting deep in their own end zone.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 49. Going to be Harold coming to his right. Breaks out of one tackle inside Evergreen territory. Wrestled down at about the 41, 42-yard line. Going to be second down and 1.
Yeah, it looks like Jessen coming up a little bit gimpy there to the sideline after that play.
Going to bring Carter Brown back in for him. Dominic and Hahn split far left. 2 in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Damian Wolf. He's going to power forward enough for a first down. Not much more than a first down, but it looks like it's going to be a first down.
So there's still a second down on the
They're
chains.
showing it second and short. They're giving a first down now. They got to move the chains on the sideline, or they're going to call for a measurement. The ball, the sticks went to the 41 was the line to gain and went inside the 41.
I'm not sure why it took so long, but it was first down. First down, they got it right.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 41-yard line, inside the 41. 10 minutes, 20 seconds to go on your main stops at Northwest Ohio scoreboard. Once again, Sam Harold comes over right tackle, inside the 30, running. I thought for sure he was going to be run out of bounds at about the 25. Instead, he carried people forward for another 3 or 4 yards.
And that's where this Golden Bear ground game, we talked about it early in the broadcast. Feed Sam early, it's going to pay dividends late. And we're seeing that right now with some chunk plays here, early here in the fourth quarter.
And it's been nice to see because we haven't been able to see it for a couple of weeks because he hasn't got loose. It's nice to see the Sam Harold stiff arm.
Absolutely.
Once again, it's going to be Harold basically running the same way. This time met in the hole. Going to push himself forward. Rugby scrum forward for about 4 yards.
And just falling forward. That's what he does. He rarely ever does he fall backwards. He's always going forward. And got an extra 2-3 yards there just by keeping those legs churning.
And one of the things you have to look at, you have to give credit to the coaching staff. There's been a lot of controversy over whether you should be able to push a runner forward or not. But anytime we get somebody wrapped up in a pile, we get a bunch of offensive linemen behind him, and we get an extra 2 or 3 yards. That's a coached thing. Jace keeps it, heads up the middle, gets met in the pocket, drives forward inside the 5, still going forward to about the 2-yard line.
And that's a good job by Jace. They're just kind of slow playing this. You'll see it. He kind of stops for a second, hesitates, and then just boom, hits the hole, and he keeps his leg churning for an extra 3-4 yards there. And we can go back to the previous play and that one too. We're pushing guys forward. We got the pile moving. People get into the whether it's the bush push or what is this, the new tush push for the Eagles. And people say, oh, get it out of the game, all this stuff. It's a football play, and you can say, oh, it's rugby, whatever.
Okay, stop it.
Line up and stop it.
Exactly.
We haven't stopped any other, offensive types of plays. You can't run the RPO. You can't run this. You can't run that. It's offense. Line up and stop it.
Harold out of the game. Wolf in. He's going to get the handoff. Drives himself forward close to a touchdown. And the signal goes up. It is going to be a touchdown. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
And that's just a good, powerful run there by Damian Wolf. You'll see. I don't know if we have the replay, but he actually did a really good job just hanging on to the football. It was a little bit almost of a botch snap, or not botch snap, almost a botch handoff there. He held on to it and powered in for the touchdown.
But one of the things on that play, Jace was a little slow to get up. On the handoff on the read option, he got drilled pretty good.
Yes, he did.
Snap, hold, kick, knuckleballs, good. 28-7, Bryan, 8:55 to go here in the ballgame on the Golden Bear Sports Network. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
Big drive that time for the Golden Bears.
That's huge. I mean, to make it a 3-possession game with 9 minutes left to go. Not that it's out of reach by any stretch, but you got to have, if you're Evergreen at this point, you're looking at, you have to steal possession. You have to score quickly, so you're going to get out of. At this point, you can't run the ball down the field. You can't take 6 minutes to drive the length of the field here. You gotta really get out of your game. You gotta throw the football. Looks like Redhead's upset about something.
I think he's hot.
Probably
because
about Jace.
I think he's hot about the late hit that didn't get called, and then after Jace made the handoff when it was rolling away, he got absolutely drilled.
Yeah, and you got to protect your quarterback. And that's you've seen it through all levels of football now, the NFL, college, and things like that. You got to protect quarterbacks, and understandably, Grant Redhead hot
he's
here.
hot.
I get it.
And he pulled 3 officials aside, including the referee, and wanted a little piece for the Golden Bears. Make this a 3-touchdown game. Your end's kickoff, end over end, going to be taken at about the 6-yard line. Going to be brought out over the 20, 25, rolled down at about the 30.
On the return,
Once again, Colton Robertson on the return.
On the stop for Bryan, number 33, Cody Schaefer.
And it's nice to see we've got one of our injured guys going out and grabbing a tee so that Jacob Uran didn't have to run all the way down the field and get his own tee. Somebody saw that in the first half and went, that's not a good thing. Somebody else can go get the tee.
And nothing like sprinting, 30 yards back and then 30 yards back the other way just to get the tee.
And, with our walking wounded, you look and go, who's got a hurt shoulder that can still run?
Yep.
Go get a tee.
Yep.
So we're going to see this time if Evergreen comes out of their run game, trust their quarterback to throw. Not on the first play. They're going to give it to Mossing. He's going to break a couple tackles, drive forward for an Evergreen first down. Nice hard run that time. It'll be a first down.
On the carry, number 4, Max Mossing.
On
the stop for Bryan, number 44.
You're down 3 touchdowns. You may only get 3 more possessions.
Right. You'd be lucky to get 3. They got to steal. I think they might get 2 here. You got to steal a third, I think.
They're hurrying up. This time, Volker back to pass. He's going to pull it down and run. Not far to go. Going to be, and it's going to come back. There was a late hold in there.
I was going to say, I couldn't tell who it was trying to get off a block up top, and I was like, if that's not holding, I'm not sure what is.
So it was in the backfield, so it should be 1st and 20 because of the way the rules are now. We'll wait to get the official call from the official. The official call from the official. Good job, Dave.
Number 58, first down.
Yeah, I don't know if we got the replay there, but looking at him in a pretty good bear hug up at the top of your screen there.
Yeah, that's a big one. Had Jacob Uran kind of wrapped up. Going to bring up first down and 20. Ball all the way back to the 33-yard line. Under 8:30 to go here in the ball game. Bryan leading Evergreen 28-7 on your main stops of Northwest Ohio scoreboard. Snap back, throws out into the flat. Nice pass, nice catch completed. Breaks out of one tackle down the sideline. Only one man to beat. Nice job by Schellenberger to run him out of bounds. That was Lane Vance.
Yeah, and just
their H-back.
Just a little short 5-yard out route there turns into a huge gain for Evergreen. And those are the types of plays at this stage in the ball game you have to avoid if you're the Bears defense.
Going to be trips right for Evergreen. First down, 10 to go. Going to give it to Mossing up the middle. Looks like Cody Schaefer got him. Inside the Stockman Lawn Service red zone. Going to make it second down, 10 to go, ball at the 10. Second 8 to go, ball at the 10. Evergreen definitely hurrying things up. Boger back to pass. Throws, caught, met, dropped.
Yeah, nice stick there by Cade Carlin. Right there on the spot, and then a nice tackle.
And I think that Robertson is down. He got absolutely lit up.
I wonder if he got the wind knocked out of him there.
I believe so.
Got hit right in the midsection.
Right in the midsection. Let's take a break with them as they bring in someone out to take a look at the young man. You're on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause.
To the school board and administration.
And everyone who played a role in this project.
We just want to say...
Thank you!
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Robertson heading off on his own power. Looking at the scores as they just went out over the press box for scores around the NWOAL. Everybody a little shocked at the score coming in from Liberty Center. Liberty Center 55, Patrick Henry nothing. I guess we don't have to be too embarrassed about last week. Third down, 8 to go, ball on the 10-yard line. Two backs in the backfield. Going to give it to Moss, and he is cut down. Nice play. Once again, Jacob Uran reached out, grabbed an ankle.
Yeah, we'll see this on the replay here. Nice play by Uran to just kind of trip him up there from the ground and force a, they were going for this anyways, but a 4th and long instead of any kind of, 4th and manageable or letting them convert there on third down.
Going to leave Mossing in the backfield. You got an H-back, you got slot right. Here comes the snap. Boger, time to pass. Good coverage downfield, wrapped up, not going anywhere. Dragged down. Jacob Uran started it. Rainer Clemens finished it.
Sack on the play by number 57.
And that's just, again, that's another coverage sack by the Bears. Allowing no one downfield, no one in the end zone, allowing the rush to get home there and come up with a sack. And I think they end up calling that a fumble as well. Either way, it was a turnover on down, so we're going to get the football no matter what. But that might go in the stat book as a fumble. It will.
Fumble recovery, yes.
Fumble recovery there for, it looked like Rainer Clemens hopped on that.
After we were just talking about we didn't have the ball bounced in a lot of ways, but we don't always recover it. That one was recovering. Everybody kind of waiting. Jace is waiting to see what's going on. Looking for getting a reset on the play clock. Harold in the backfield with Kepler. My guess is we're going to get a big dose of the 1-2 punch. Jace pulls it on a read option. Going to power his way out over the 20 to about the 22. These last couple runs for Jace, you don't often say a quarterback running angry.
No,
Kepler's been running angry.
He does, and he's done it all year. He's a great athlete, but he's also a strong athlete, and he's just showing that right there. And this is, with 6 minutes left, 6.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. Yeah, it's going to be a steady dose of Jace, Sam, Wolf. It's just going to be, and this is something you want to work on. Obviously, if you're the Bears, put games away, but continue to work on the run game and run the ball when they know you're running the football.
We've had a struggle this year with our 4-minute offense. This is a good time to work on it. Letting the clock run down. You're inside 5 on the play clock when it's snapped. Going to give it to Sam right up the middle. He's going to break one tackle, break another tackle out over the 30, enough for a first down. You know, every time we've talked about them working on the 4-minute offense, Sam's broken out an 80-yard run.
Yep.
Almost had one there.
Yep. Yeah, it's one more tackle, and he's off to the races there. And so this is good to see right now. You're moving people off the ball, and again, it's paid off dividends from the beginning of the game. Now you're just leaning on people, and this is where you really just chew clock and put teams away.
Clock rolling at 5:30, 15 to go on the play clock. Trips to the right, single receiver out left, Harold in the backfield. Now you're going to send motion that way, balance the formation out. Sam gets it. No, Jace keeps it once again up the middle, and he's got daylight over the 50, powering through runners, breaks a tackle, the 40, breaks it to the sideline, 30, 20, a couple to beat, 10, 5, just short of the touchdown, going to be brought down at about the 2-yard line. One heck of a run by Jace Kepler. If he'd had one more receiver out there to set up a block, he would have had a touchdown.
He almost had it anyways.
He did. That was a heck of a run. You watch here on the welding construction, all the way over to the left, puts his foot in the ground after the shoulder right there and takes off across the field. Just needed one more blocker out in front of him. First down, goal to go inside the Stockman Lawn Service red zone. Ball on the 2-yard line. Harold in the backfield with Kepler. Carter Brown split out right, 3 receivers to the left. Jace is going to keep it, and he's going to power his way in. Touchdown, Golden Bears. One of those really wanted to see tonight was coming out and just taking control of a football game, grabbing it by the back of the neck. And I got to be honest, the Bears have done that. It's 35-7, but this has been total domination by Bryan.
And I'm gonna go back to, I think, the turning point in this game and where we really took control, the 15-yard penalty. It was 14-7 at that point, and we've rattled off since then.
Kick was up. Kick is good. 35-7 Golden Bears. 4:40 to go in the ball game here from Golden Bear Stadium on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. 4:40 to go in the ball game. The Golden Bears 35, Evergreen 7 in a game. Started out a little close. Second half, though, all Golden Bears.
All Golden Bears. I mean, 21 unanswered in the second half, and it started with you come out, you get a stop, and then just kind of pour it on from there, and you put Evergreen away like you were supposed to here in the third and fourth quarter.
Jacob Duran's going to tee it off. You know, it's rare. You don't see it often, but for the most part, we've seen a lot of kickers in especially our home games. The ball goes right on the X. Mm-hmm. We're not hash marking. We're right on the X.
Right on it.
Kickoff, short end over end kick, going to be taken by an up back at the 30. Runs into a whole host of Golden Bears. Breaks through one tackle, gets a little rugby scrum of their own, pulls that out over the 40.
I tell you what, and this has gone both ways tonight. You'll see it on the replay. I think had some really late whistles tonight. They've let the scrum go. And again, just for me, again, I know it's part of the game, but there's a reason you don't need to have a quick whistle, but I'm going to say have a reasonable whistle there, just to keep player safety at the forefront. Because when you got 6, 7, 8 guys in there, stuff happens that you don't want to see happen to guys over something like that.
And you can get away with it here. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of cheap shots.
No.
But there are some teams you don't want to let that whistle go because it'll get ugly in a hurry. Trips to the right, one back in the backfield, H-back to the right, loaded to the field side. Boger back to pass, looking that way, winds up, throws deep down the seam. Ball is going to be intercepted. Anthony Weber on the pick for the Golden Bears.
And you'll see this on the replay here. This is a great play by Anthony Weber. You'll see him. He is the boundary corner here, and he's going to read this ball and stepped right in front of the Evergreen player for the interception. It's a great play to go up and high point that ball and come down with the interception.
That really was. You see why Coach says he catches everything thrown to him.
And he does.
And, it's nice to be able to see he's getting time out there, and his time is growing. He's becoming a real contributor, which is nice. When you look at our starting defense, we have 2 starting freshmen. Mm-hmm. That's a big deal because that helps not only this season, but you think
when they become sophomores,
years,
juniors, seniors, and the game really starts to slow down for them.
2 in the backfield. Want to give it to Wolf up the middle. Runs into the back of the center, I believe, before he gets drugged down for a short gain of about 2.
I'm sure Rainer Clemens is going to be feeling that one tomorrow. I'm just going to ran my head like right in the middle of your back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one where you don't see many linemen wear them. You don't only see defensive backs or receivers. Those kidney pads, those would have been helpful right there. 2nd down, 8 to go. Golden Bears in no hurry. Clark rolling inside 4 minutes.
Yeah, just looking to salt this one away here. Run the ball, keep the chains moving, and keep this clock moving.
Going to be Wolf once again over the left-hand side. Met in the hole, powers his way forward up to about the 40. And again, we're staying on schedule.
Yep. 3, 4 yards at a pop. You got a 3rd and manageable here. Fully expect another run. I don't think we're going to try to get cute or anything up 35-7. It's going to be another run to either Damian or maybe Kepler will keep this one. Who knows if he doesn't give it to Wolf or to Harold.
But, this is one where even if you don't get it, you're giving it back to him with 2:40 to go.
Yep.
No hurry, no stress. But there does got to be a time where you need first downs to keep the clock rolling. And again, good time to work on it. Not going to be a handoff to Wolf as he goes slot left. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's going to spin off a tackle, fights enough for a first down. Met by a whole host of Vikings, push forward outside the 45 to about the 46.
And again,
read option.
Yep, read option. Great play there by Jason. And that's one. I'll just say again, the whistle's just it's a late whistle, and that's something you especially at this stage in the game, you don't want to see your quarterback in scrums like that. Really any stage of the game, but especially this stage of the game, what we're looking at. And it looks like we're calling a timeout here. So
Golden Bears are going to call timeout. We'll take one with them. I wonder if it looks like he's getting Cade Carlin ready to come in at quarterback. I think he's seen enough hits. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back to wrap this one up from Golden Bear Stadium.
Why do so many people travel to Jason East Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knurk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. I definitely think that Coach Redhead decided that he had seen enough of those push and pull rugby piles. I think he had seen a little bit of enough of what was going on. And Cade Carlin's going to come in at quarterback. Out on the field now. Maybe they were calling an illegal substitution because he just brought Jessing on and took Carter Dominic off. Not sure what the reason was for it. Carlin's going to take the snap, going to give it to, was that Wolf up the middle?
Yeah, and I think this is smart here by Coach Redhead to get both Jace and looks like Sam's off the field as well. Yes, they're seniors and they want to play. They want to play every down of this season, right? But you got 3 big games left in front of you. You got to stay healthy.
You got to stay healthy.
Yep.
And this is one where it's just going to be. You're going to see Cody Schaefer, Damian Wolf take handoffs. You may see Cade Carlin keep it, but we're under 2.5 minutes. You're in the 4-minute offense.
Yep, and you already know your depth is you're not super deep, so you don't want to get obviously 2 of your best players hurt.
Going to be a handoff once again. Wolf up the middle. Going to be good for another 3 or 4 yards.
On the side, number 58, Grant Richardson.
Richardson on another tackle. We've been calling his name all night.
All night, yeah. Richardson and Pennington both. Yeah, I will say they played their hearts out for Evergreen. They've been in the Bryan backfield pretty much all night, and then they've really kind of anchored that defensive front for the Vikings.
Clock rolling at 1:40 to go in the ball game. 3rd down, 3 to go. Got to snap the ball maybe 2 more times in this one. Get a first down here. We can go to the victory formation. And we're going to get a timeout. And we're going to get a flag. An offsides against Evergreen. Somebody lined up in the neutral zone, I believe.
5-yard penalty. Still third down.
I'm a little confused about
I'm very
that
confused how you. I'm sorry. So we just have to recap that we've called encroachment on the offense. False start is not a dead ball penalty. We let that play on an offsides as a dead ball penalty. I'm
a little confused.
So I'm very confused.
I mean,
I guess I don't know football anymore.
The line judge is looking down, and I'm not sure because receivers always check to make sure that they're in line.
Well, and even if he does line up across the ball, it's not a dead ball penalty.
Going to be Wolf going to spin up the middle, back into Evergreen territory.
I guess
make a 4th and 2.
Unless they've changed the rules, I don't know.
And as a guy who used to play a little bit of split end, there were times that I would line up with my toe across the line and look at the line judge, and he'd be, you got to back up.
Right.
You normally have a conversation.
Yeah.
Especially when you're going to run the ball, and it's not going to be a pass play to your side. They're running up the middle. That was a I'm tired of you chirping in my ear all night, coach penalty.
Yeah.
4th down, 2 to go. 45 seconds to go in this one. Carlin's going to take the snap. Going to hand it once again. Nowhere to go. Going to be wrapped up. Going to be a turnover on downs. But Bryan did exactly what they wanted to do. They killed the game off.
Yep.
Not going to be able to go out and get into the victory formation. But a couple or 3 snaps, and this one's going to be over. 39 seconds to go. 35-7.
Yeah, it might not even be 3 snaps. It might just be 1, maybe 2 more, and the Bears will get out of here with a victory.
Looks like everybody's kind of empty in their bench. I saw the Evergreen offense all came on the field and then came off the field. Looking to see who's going to be in at quarterback. Don't see any, but there we go. Bulger's still going to be in at quarterback. Snap, hands it up the middle, going to be Mossing, nowhere to go, wrapped up by a whole host of Golden Bears. And if you look around that, 8 helmets around the ball.
Yeah, great pursuit there by the Bears.
On the stop for Bryan, number 70, Jamison Longoria.
Longoria on the stop. Young guys getting a little chance to play, get their names.
Absolutely. Always love to see that.
It's always good to see. See if they snap it one more time. If they try to get one off. 10 seconds to go. Got time to get one off. 2nd down, 9 to go. They are going to snap it last play of the game. Once again, it's going to be Mossing up the middle. Going to be wrapped up. Spins out of a tackle, but nowhere to go, and that's going to do it.
Number 4, Max Mossing. On the stop for Bryan, number 13, Anthony Weber.
Big interception, big stop to end the game. Ball game. 35-7 Golden Bears over Evergreen. Moves us to 4-3 on the season, 2-2 in the conference. Let's wrap this one up, partner.
Absolutely.
Big night for the Golden Bear offense. They did what they wanted to do.
Yep.
They made sure that Jace got his runs. They made sure that Sam got his runs. Big touchdown pass. They were kind of firing on all cylinders tonight.
Yep, and yeah, I guess we'll say hats off to Evergreen first. They played a good game defensively to start. Really kind of disrupted us in the first half until we kind of found our rhythm, and that our ground game, which is the core of our offense, really got going and just really wore on them late. And we really then were able to do everything we wanted to do offensively, which opened up. We slowed them down with the screen passes and things like that, and that really, again, between the run game and those screen passes, just really let our offense just hum here in the second half.
To me, the 2 big plays, we've talked about both of them. The throwback screen, when we ran them twice. We had the one called back for a hold, and then we had the one that got us a big first down going the other way. I think that the 2 big bubble screens to our receivers that got things moving, because one of the things that we were able to do with those plays was to get Evergreen, force Evergreen to spread their defense and respect us outside the numbers. Once we got us to respect them outside the numbers, we could start chipping away inside. But again, the big play was a play that Coach Bach and the Evergreen coaching staff is going to be angry about, because you can't line up over the center on a punt. and charge them. You just can't do it.
And so that changed the whole complexion. And granted, we still had to go down and execute, and we did. And that's a sign of great teams, good teams, great teams make other teams pay for mistakes, and we made them pay for a mistake. It was a mental error that we made them pay for, and that changed the whole complexion of the game from there. Because then we rattle off again, 21 straight points, and that really put them in a hole here, going in the second half.
You're up 21-7. You have the ball. You would have gotten the ball on the 46-yard line, and instead the defense is running back out after a 15-yard penalty that Bryan runs down and scores. And basically, it makes it so you're definitely playing comeback football. But a big win tonight. Big win tonight helps us out playoff-wise, 4-3, 2-2 in the conference. Back home next week. What are we going to do? 2 in a row at home.
Yeah, you're stuck with me 2 weeks in a row, Dave.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing. Let's take a look at scores from around the area, then we'll take a break and come back and wrap things up. Huron over Bellevue, 16-12. That'll be big come playoff stuff for us. Port Clinton over Vermilion, 17-14. Defiance leading Elida, 18-13.
It's maybe a little closer than people expected.
OG and Van Wert tied at 21.
Wow, that's maybe a shocker. I don't know that OG has a win yet. They might have one win on the year.
Yeah, Van Wert has really fallen on hard times these last few weeks. Edgerton, Fairview, good ball game there. 35-28 right now. Edgerton in the fourth. Archbold over Swanton, 49-7. Eden Oliver Northwood, 41-7. Ayersville scores, takes the lead on Tenora, 8-7. Paulding, 36. Hicksville, 21. Highland losing to Galligan, 23-21. Wasion over Delta, 31-0. And not a surprise there. Holgate over Stryker, 40-6. Perry over Orange, 42-0. Ottawa Hills all over Hilltop, 46-0. Here our final was 35-7. And of course, every time I do this, it resets on me.
It had to update.
And I got to go look to see if there's other scores in there that I've missed. The one that kind of put ripples through the press box, Liberty Center in back-to-back weeks, 63-7 over Bryan last week, 62-0 over Patrick Henry.
Unreal.
This week. That team is unreal.
Yeah,
Napoleon continues to win, 48-6. Wapak over Kenton, 35-0. We were talking about it earlier. Kenton's one of those teams chasing Bryan for a playoff spot.
That Wapak win over Kenton is big for the Bears. You look at, I think like the teams like Bellevue, they got enough left on their schedule of, I'm going to say, bigger schools to if they do decent, they're probably looking at a home game, even maybe at a 6-4. But for us, at this point, with some of those teams losing,
we get a little more secure. We get a little bit of security.
You go 3-1 over these next. Now 2-1 over the next 3 weeks. You might be looking at a home game. You're in the playoff. To me, you're in the playoffs for sure. At 2-1 over the next 3 weeks, you may be looking at a home game though, depending how all the dominoes fall throughout the rest of the region.
So let's take our last 30-second break. We'll wrap things up for you here from Golden Bear Stadium, where your Golden Bears win this one 35-7 on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason East Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Let's play together. Bryan, Ohio will have a new inclusive playground on the site of the former Lincoln Elementary School. An inclusive playground is a place for children and families of all physical, mental, and social abilities to learn, play, and grow together. We are currently raising funds with the goal of starting construction this fall. The Lincoln Park Inclusive Playground Project is an initiative of Bryan Parks and Recreation using a project fund at the Bryan Area Foundation. To learn more or make a donation, visit BryanAreaFoundation.org.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
At Oberlin, Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family owned and family focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Looking at the official numbers starting to come in, right now, with all the teams ahead of us already in, we're standing eighth.
Eighth in the region. You know, again, go 2-0 over the next couple weeks, next 3 weeks. You might be looking at a home playoff game, which would just be awesome to have. You know, here for the community with the new turf, everything. So you just got to stay focused next week with Swanton coming to town. You can't have a lapse. You know,
Swanton, no wins on the season. You got to come out and put that one away early.
Yep, you just have to be mentally focused. And yes, is Swanton a great football team? No, but good football teams don't take not great football teams lightly.
Exactly.
You come in, you take care of business, and that's exactly what the Bears did tonight. Yes, this was maybe a little bit closer to the first half than we would have liked, but we took care of business. We poured it on the second half, and we did exactly what we were supposed to do, what we wanted to do tonight.
So final thanks here tonight go out to Andres O'Neill and Lowe, Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, the Daniel Van Atta Agency, Fackler Monument, Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, Starks Plumbing and Heating, Veteran Services of Williams County, and the Jason Dietsch Automotive Services. Huge thanks to our director, Krista Bruner, our cameras, John Tripoldi, Tristan Atkinson, and Florence Jones, our athletic department here, Nathan Keel and Teresa Kuzmal, the WQCT board op, Rick Armentrout, NWOSN, Nick Fraley, Golden Bear Photography, Matt Neff, and Stephanie Ponzak. Our executive producer, Chris Malanga, the master of the video board and the fireworks light show after every Bryan touchdown. You can watch tonight's broadcast on bryansports.com or on WOSN Saturday at 4 o'clock. WOSN is found on Spectrum Channel 19 or over the air on 26.1. Next Friday night, the Bulldogs of Swanton invade Bryan. Pregame with myself and Derek begins at 6:40, maybe 6:30 if we can talk them into letting us on the air earlier. This broadcast has been produced by the Golden Bear Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game, without the express written consent of the Bryan City School District is prohibited. One final time for all of us on the Golden Bear Sports Network with Derek Hug. I've been Dave Brobston. Again, your final score here tonight, Bryan 35, Evergreen 7. Have a great night and a safe weekend, everybody.